Baby, let my love come down. Look, my camera's working now. Isn't it weird? I had to restart. Baby, let my love come down. Oh my god. Whew. Tired. Do Raquel in a dream. It's gonna get me banned. It's gonna get me kicked off YouTube or TikTok.
Go back to your childhood.
What's up, Godsword?
It was great, bro. How's it going on your end?
All right. I'm digging that music, but I'll pause it. What's going on?
You say you're going through a lot of stuff. What's happening, man?
Did I say that?
No, it looks like you're in your safe space. That's what I heard. You know, you got the little toys around you and stuff.
I'm not sure what you mean by that, but I'm just digging some music. I'm hanging out. Those aren't toys, by the way. Those are collectibles. Do you know what that means?
No, that's definitely a thunder tank. That's a toy.
I mean, yeah, technically, yeah, but you don't play with it like a toy, right? Like you understand that?
Yeah, I mean, maybe, I mean, there's some adults who have toys around and they like to think that they're adults while they have toys around, but it's still a toy, right?
But do
It's
you
still a
see
toy,
those? They're all
right? It's still a toy, bro.
sealed in their original containers,
Yeah,
right?
we're grown. We're grown over here, but very interesting.
That's
Um,
interesting. Is it
Can
interesting?
you said the horizon drop proves it's a globe?
But let
Where is
me
that?
ask you: Are you upset that I can afford these things to collect them? Is that what it is?
I think everybody had toys growing up, bro.
Yeah.
Why do you
Well,
think you're the only person who had toys growing up?
who said I was the only person that had toys growing up?
Wait, why are you still playing with toys as an adult, though? That's the real question.
They're on a shelf. Am I playing with them?
Well, you're sitting in your toy room listening to I don't know who was that?
It was Raquel. I mean, if you don't know who the fuck that
Who?
is, that's your problem.
Sounds like an old song.
Hey, it's '90s fucking freestyle.
Right, you're going back into your childhood. You're trying to get to your safe space while you speak this globe Earth madness.
I'm trying to get back to my safe space. It's music I grew up with. This is what I like. Isn't that what we all do? Do you like not like music you grew up with?
Yeah, I like the music I grew up
All
with,
right,
bro.
then
But I
shut
mean,
the
that was
fuck up, you
back in the
fucking
days.
moron.
That was back in the days, though. I mean, like at
Oh,
some
back
point
in
in
the day,
time,
yeah, forget
you
it.
have to grow
If I
up.
liked it
You
back
have
then,
to,
then fuck it. I'll just
you
pretend I
know,
don't
when
like
I
it
was a
now
child, I
because
spoke
I'm
like a
more
child.
mature now, I
When I
guess.
became a man,
Oh yeah,
you
you
know that
became a
verse?
man. What music you like now?
Manly music.
What
No,
what kind of music?
very manly music.
Manly music.
Yeah,
So
that
you
I
like
listened to as an
manly
adult.
music now, but you didn't
Yeah,
like
that I listened
manly
to as
music
an
back
adult.
then.
I don't still do the little dances back when I was like 5 years old, but it's nice, man. You got your little thunder tank. You got
5 years old. I like the the way you know what that is, though. You're pretending you don't you like, oh fuck that, but you know what that is. That's what's funny about it.
Yeah, everybody knows what a thunder tank is, Panther.
No, not everybody knows what a thunder
But you
tank
got
is.
toys. Yeah, everybody knows what a thunder tank
But
is.
you see those? Those are sealed. Every one of them. I didn't open them, right? Like I don't play with them. You don't think I'm like here like having like thunder tank wars, right?
But that's even sadder. You're just holding them and keeping them away from children so that they can't experience their childhood. That's sad.
I'm holding them from children.
Yeah, you're like the old Grinch who just has all the toys in your room. You know what I'm saying? You're not playing with them, you're not using them, and other kids aren't able to use them either.
Um, uh, Actually, when I bought some of these, I bought a bunch of duplicates and I gave them to my kids to play with. So like they do play with them. These I'm holding in sealed packages in the hopes that they're going to increase value over time. Do you know what that is?
Yeah, grown men with toys.
Grown men
The
with
toy
toys.
room.
Look,
Yeah.
like not all of us live in trailer
That a man
parks
cave, I
with
can
nothing.
understand,
I
but
get it, bro. I get it. Flat earthers, I get it. I get it. But
yeah,
I
I don't
have the
play with little
privilege to
kids'
be able
toys,
to
bro. I
buy
mean,
some
it's cool. It's
investments
cool.
that I think will increase in value over time. So I'm going to hold them. I'm going to buy them. I'm going to hold them in the hopes that some other idiot, when in 30 years, will want to buy them for a lot more money.
So you're gonna hoard them away from the other little children. Make sure that your children never touch them or open them, because then they're gonna devalue them. And then maybe one day, in the event, one day you may be able to sell them to some other rich weirdo who's gonna hoard them away from children. Isn't that great?
Yeah, that's fantastic, isn't it? That's called making money.
That's called old weird people who covet things.
Is it? But
I mean, if you're doing it with kids stuff, yeah, it is. If you were doing it with adult stuff, I won't understand, right? If you were collecting, like, let's say,
what's adult stuff?
I
Let
don't
me ask
know,
you, because anybody that buys this is
well,
not going to be a child. You understand that, right? Like I'm not going to sell this to a child. Like if I sell this, it's going to be to an adult. You get that, right?
you're gonna sell it to another weird adult who has a toy room. I mean, yeah, I know that.
Are you
You got
sure?
Pokemon?
Are you sure
How
you
much
understand?
Pokemon
Do
you
you
got, bro?
understand how like
How much
collectibles work?
Pokemon you got, bro? You got Pokemon. I know you got
Nah,
Pokemon.
nah.
Where the Pokemon?
I'm too old for Pokemon. No, I missed the Pokemon
I
train.
wouldn't invest in the Pokemon. Are you for real? I thought you were investing in the Pokemon.
No, I missed the Pokemon train. I was not. I think it's a
Pokemon trading
a few years past the Pokemon. By the way, you see this? Look at this. You see that up there? It's a full size
Wow.
Thundercat sword.
Wow.
You like that,
So, who
bro?
was your favorite person on Thundercats? Did you
You
watch the remake in 2012?
you want to buy it?
No, I'm grown. Did you watch
I
the
actually
remake
like
in
the
2012?
I like the remake. I actually thought it was really good.
It set
Thought
it off for the third season. It was extremely well written.
it was well written. Well, the animation was great. I think it was canceled too soon, but I think it definitely was definitely was definitely it was good. It added to the lore. It wasn't like some bullshit money grab thing. I think it was a good show. It was written well. I think it didn't take off, but I liked it. I liked it. It wasn't the original is the original. I actually have some of
The
the
original was good.
remakes. That right there, where my finger is a Panthro from the remake. I have a bunch of the remake figures too. But yeah, these are all the originals, man. These are all the originals. So what does this really upset you? Like, does this really upset you?
But no, it bothers me that somebody who would be a fan of Lionel
Yep.
would choose the path of Mumra and follow the globe earth nut jobs. Why would you do that, bro? I mean, why
Ooh.
would you join the spirits of evil?
I don't. Sometimes evil's fun, man. I tell you. I guess evil's fun. Or, the Earth's a globe, and you're just An idiot.
Well, there are four key concepts to your globe Earth ideology, right? One would be multiple masses orbiting a central denser mass or whatever. Second would be perpetually spinning Earth. The third would be water contained on the outside of a container without a container. And then the fourth would be air contained without air a container. Can you show
Air,
any of them?
the fourth is air contained without an air container.
Atmosphere or air contained within the environment without a container. Can you display any of them?
Can I display any of them?
Can you demonstrate any of those by physics?
Why do I need to display those things?
Because there's four key concepts to your globe Earth ideology.
Okay. What does that have to do with what you just said?
It's showing that you're choosing the dark side. If you can't answer that logic, if you're saying you believe in something but you don't really believe in it, bro, the sword is not yours. You can't use it.
Oh, the sword is mine. I will use it.
Oh, well, it will never glow in your hands. You can't say Thundercat, so it
Fucking
won't get hot.
bullshit. It won't.
No, bro, you're not lying though. You're
Fucking
Mumra.
100%.
You're Mumra, bro.
Nope. You would like to think I'm Mumra. The problem is, you guys are just morons. And that's
Well, can you
okay.
show me any of those four key concepts or demonstrate them by physics?
Do you know what a
It
bell?
shouldn't be that
Do you
hard,
know what a
right?
bell
The key
curve is?
concepts.
Do you know what a bell curve is?
I didn't ask about a bell curve. It has nothing to do with this conversation.
Do you know what a bell curve is?
Do you know what an experiment is? A physical experiment?
I do. I do.
So can we have a physical demonstration of any of those four key concepts?
Okay. What's one of the four key concepts?
The orbital rotation of multiple masses around a center mass,
The
or the
orbital
perpetual
rotation.
spin
Hold
of
on.
the Earth.
Let's one at a time. The orbital rotation of a bunch of masses around a central mass. That's what you just said. Do you want
How can
to
we
slow
how
down
can we
and think
demonstrate
about
that?
what you just said?
Yeah, how can we demonstrate that with actual physics?
No. I want you to describe what you just said.
Multiple masses
Yeah.
circling or orbiting a central mass.
Yeah. And what's the problem with masses orbiting a mass? Masses orbit masses. But so what's your problem with all that?
Yeah, show it to us about physics.
Show it to us about physics. Okay, you want to try that statement again with
Us
English?
using physics, bro, using actual physics experiments, show us how multiple masses, such as quote unquote planets to scale, can circle or orbit a central mass, such as the sun. That's one of your main concepts. Can you show it to us about physics?
You want me to show you in a small scale experiment? What do you want me to show you in?
Yeah, exactly. I want to see how the physics works, how the actual laws of physics work. If you're going to say it works on a big scale, I want to see it on a small scale.
But here's the problem. You won't understand the physics, right?
Well, the real problem is that you won't show the physics because you don't have any.
I won't show. So hold on. So if I show you a mass orbiting around another mass, you'll then believe me?
Yeah, it depends on the conditions though. Are you
Mm,
talking about something that's powered or non-powered?
no, let's be honest. You will not believe me if I show you mass orbiting a mass.
Non-powered. Yeah, if it's non-powered, I believe you, bro. Go ahead, let's see.
No, you won't believe me.
Yeah, if
So if
that's
I show you
non-powered,
that, you'll be a glober?
if you can show me that without power being added to it to cause the orbital rotation of masses around the central mass, yeah, no doubt, man. I'm gonna join your round Earth Mumra team. I'll be the leader. I'll be Slytherin.
Uh,
I'll be what's his name? Slide. Yeah.
See, the problem is the globe Earth is not. It's the Lino side. You are the Mumra side, my
You're not
friend.
showing that right now. You're acting like Mumra. Can you demonstrate what you just said you would?
I,
You're gonna make me a Glover? Come on, bro. Bring me to your
Look,
side if you really.
if I look, it is 11 o'clock at night here. I logged in here. I didn't log in here to have a physics class for you Flerfs.
Mum Ra, the ever living. Look at this. He can't demonstrate it. Mum
I
Ra
didn't log in
has
here
gone back to his
to
coffin.
show you things you should have learned in school. I didn't do that. Like it's exhausting. It's exhausting for me to show you something you're going to deny anyway.
Can't show it, can you?
You're going to deny it anyway.
Well, show it. Show it. A non-powered orbital rotation of multiple masses around a central mass. Go ahead.
A non-powered orbital rotation of masses around a mass. This is what you want me to show you, and this is what will make you not a flat earther.
Yeah, go for it, bro. Go on.
I just want to be clear.
I was supposed to learn it in school. I was supposed to learn it in school, right? Go ahead.
Okay, so I can show you video from space of orbits around planets.
From where? I'm sorry, I don't do CGI.
Oh, it's CGI. See, look, I mentioned it, and you immediately said it's CGI.
But Buck Rogers, man, this guy's trying to do. He's trying to
Listen,
run a con game on me. Mum Ra's trying to run an illusion.
You literally just proved my point.
Bro,
like before I even showed it to you, you said what I'm showing you is CGI.
You just went to Star Trek, bro. You know that was Mum Ra. You know that was Mum Ra right there. That's not lying.
Why'd you say it's
You're
CGI?
lying with Cast Away the Illusion. You're a tiger right now. You're on that stuff from Mum Ra, aren't you?
You know way too much about.
Did Mum Ra put you on that stuff? Yeah, I was a Thundercat addict. Because I used to collect it when I got
so
you're jealous.
You jealous I have every single character?
I guess when you would be older and I was much younger, I used to collect it. Yeah. But you're on that stuff, Tiger.
You couldn't have been much younger.
You're on whatchamacallit? The worm. Remember the worm? You're doing that. You're doing that thing with the worm.
I don't remember the worm.
You're getting high like Tiger, bro. It's either the Keystone episode or the other one with Silky, the worm. When Mum Ra sent Silky to capture Tigra and make him into a mindless zombie, a drug addict. So how have they captured you, Tigra? How have they done this to you?
I don't know. I don't remember a character called Silky. I think you're making that up. But also,
now look who's jealous. Now look who's jealous.
I'm gonna switch spots. I'm gonna switch spots with you, bro. Present your best flat Earth evidence, please.
My best evidence is that you can't show the orbital rotation of masses.
No, I didn't ask you for globe denial.
And then, well,
nope, that's globe denial.
If you want to go to the metrics, no mass of water can be contained without a contained Earth.
Okay, that's again globe denial.
For anybody to say that the outside of a container can contain, the outside of a ball can contain, means they're ascientific. Now, the argument that we get from the Globers, the Mum Ra side, is that we're supposed to go far away from Earth, and then at some point in time, we'll be able to see this happening on a CGI replica with the ISS. Is that what it is? Just still man your argument.
Let me ask you a real quick question. Bye.
Did you kick him, bud?
Oh yeah. I disconnected him.
I don't blame you.
He was a fucking waste of time.
I was trying to learn something, you know?
You're not going to learn something from that.
Will I learn anything from you?
You could if you listened.
Okay. What do you think you can teach me, man?
Sure. So why do you think that all observable star trails that are recordable by anybody on Earth, why do you think they match a globe perfectly?
Because the globe model was developed by taking angular measurements of the stars.
I mean, that's not an answer. If the Earth was flat,
it is though.
They would be.
No, hear me out.
They would be different, though, right? Like if the Earth's a globe and the Earth's flat, you would have different representation of the stars. They
But
wouldn't
that's
be the
not okay.
same.
But to be fair, that's not what you asked me. You asked me why they match the globe, and I said
Yes.
because the coordinate system that we have on a globe that we attribute to a globe, we came from the sky. I was just answering your question, bro.
Yeah, they came from the sky, right? Sure.
Okay.
Okay, but if they came from the sky and the Earth was flat, you'd have a different set of results.
Perhaps.
Not perhaps,
But
like
there's also
you would.
oh, oh. What about magnetohydrodynamics?
Hold on. The geometry of a sphere is different from the geometry of a flat Earth, right?
Yeah, no, yeah. There's the Euclidean versus non-Euclidean. Yeah, I'm with you, bud.
Sphere,
Yep.
flat, right?
Yep.
So if I'm looking at the stars going around me on a flat Earth, that's going to have a different result as if I'm on a sphere looking at the stars and the sphere
Yeah.
is
The
spinning.
problem with this is, in my opinion, right? The problem is that you have a theory, right? That the stars change or appear to change in rotation. We both know that they move east to west. I'm sure, right? That's
They
not,
do. Yeah,
yeah, but they appear to change direction because of observer frame of reference.
correct.
I would postulate that it could be a phenomenon called magnetohydrodynamics, or could be like an azimuthal domovision. Like we could bounce theories off each other all night long till we're bored. But we're really not proving that the Earth's curving. We're just affirming the consequent, bud. I didn't come here for sophistry.
Okay. Okay. Let me show you something real quick here.
Look at esteemed men still loving at me from the cheap seats.
Who? Who's loving at you?
One of my fans.
Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm.
Are you gonna show me the star trails? Is that
Yeah.
what you're gonna show me?
Yep.
Oh, I mean, I don't agree that there's an apparent change in rotation, brother. I don't disagree. Sorry, I don't.
You
I
don't
mean, I misspoke.
disagree that what?
Nope. I don't disagree that there's an apparent change in rotation.
Apparent change in rotation. Okay.
Okay. What I said was that's an affirming the consequent fallacy.
And then what does that mean?
It's usually like an if P then Q kind of thing, right? Like if we have opposite change in rotation of stars from an apparent position, then the Earth must be a sphere. Well, you haven't proven sphericity of the Earth. You just affirm the consequent.
Yeah, I don't think you understand what that means.
No,
So
it's almost like if you say, if the sidewalk is wet, it must have rained. But there's a variety of other explanations for a reason, like for reasoning for a sidewalk to be wet, right? Like somebody could have left the hose running or something. Somebody might have washed their car. You know, maybe a snowman melted.
So if the geometry of a spinning globe
Yeah.
matches the reality of what we see,
Oh, in regards to what? I've never seen it curving.
I'm talking about the star trails.
Oh, you're not talking about the Earth though.
Yeah, that is the Earth because the Earth is a sphere and
The star
spinning.
trails are the Earth.
No, the Earth is the Earth. Right?
I can't, dude. This is too silly. Do we
Solly,
have real science?
Solly, if you're standing
Yeah,
on
man.
if you're standing on a sphere that's spinning, you're gonna there'd be a
There's the if P,
hold on.
then Q.
Yes, there'd be a certain way you see the sky.
If P, then Q. Affirm the consequent. You literally just used the exact argument that I gave you verbatim. You said if we are standing on a sphere, then we see it. Like so. Do you have something that's not logically unsound?
No, you're making something up right now that
No,
doesn't
it's not.
exist.
Dude, do you want me to show you? Do you want me to show you? I will Google it. I'll Google if I have my laptop right here.
Do you want me to show you what? What are you going to show me?
Affirming the consequent.
Yes, show
You
me.
said I just made it up.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Affirm the consequent. It should be in my recent search history. Here we go. Do you want me to read it or do you want to see it?
You can read it.
Okay. Affirming the consequent formal fallacy that wrongly infers the cause antecedent in parentheses from the effect, which would be the consequent. It follows the invalid structure if P then Q. Q is true, therefore P is true, right? So if you say if we have apparent change in rotation, then the Earth must be a sphere, or vice versa. You're affirming them both to be true simultaneously before you logically conclude one or the other. Like, I understand that I give you that we have a apparent change in rotation, but you have never proved that the Earth was curving. So those two cannot be symbiotic until you prove them to be.
No.
I love how you said it was fake, and I gave you the textbook definition without Googling it first, and then you told me to Google the thing, and it was literally like verbatim. I was spot on. I love that.
Look, you can give me the definition of what that is, and yes, you're spot on your definition, but that's not what we're talking about.
It's spot on in how it applies to your argument as well.
It's not. It's not.
If the sky is rotating in different directions, then the Earth must be a sphere.
No,
that is literally your argument.
That's not my argument.
Okay, rephrase.
That's not my argument. If the sphere, if you're on a sphere that's rotating, right? There's
if P,
yeah, there's something you can expect to happen.
Then Q.
If P, then Q. This is what you're laughing about?
I'm laughing that you're not getting it, bro. It's fine. It's fine. Do you have evidence that the Earth is curving? Because otherwise, this is literally just an affirming the consequent fallacy.
It's not affirming the consequence.
It's
called a
yeah.
test. It's called
What
a test. It's called
What
coming up
test?
with a hypothesis and then testing it and then seeing if that hypothesis is true.
Yeah,
It's not affirming the consequence.
I would test the hypothesis that the Earth was a sphere by measuring it geometrically. That's how I would do it.
Oh, so we can do that too. But
What the fuck
also,
are we talking about star trails for then?
because it only fits one geometric model. It's not affirming
What
the
about
consequence.
What about magnetohydrodynamics? Is that not equally a viable theory?
Okay, what's magnetohydrodynamics? Go ahead. How does that
there's,
explain how the star trails work?
Because if you have a magnet in the center, you have a magnetic field emanating from that magnet over a surface of water or an atmosphere that has a lot of water activity, like water molecules within the atmosphere. It'll have an interference of the motion of that atmosphere. I realize I'm talking to a person that doesn't believe in an ether, but that would be remember when in the beginning of this conversation when I said that I could pose a hypothesis and you could pose a hypothesis and it would just go around in circles. That's why the most definitive way to do this would be to just go into like actual geometric measurements. But the magnetohydrodynamics things, if you put a magnet in a petri dish and you put pepper in there or anything that you can observe, the water will appear to rotate one way, and as you get closer to the perimeter of the petri dish, it'll appear to rotate in the opposite direction. That is well known, well documented. It affects things like cyclones, tornadoes, hurricanes, all that stuff. So we both have working theories,
Okay.
but we don't have definitive proof. So I think maybe like we should just measure the surface. Do you know about Laura Wan? I'm sure somebody's brought Laura Wan to your attention by now.
Yeah, Laura is not in measurement of anything, so I don't know why you just brought that
So
up.
line of
after
sight, right?
stating-
Microwave.
I'm sorry, you just stated measurements and then you brought up Laura.
Yeah, Laura Wan is a line of sight.
Is that a measurement?
Microwave frequency transmission.
Is it a measurement? Solly, is it a measurement?
That travels 830 miles.
I'd stop speaking. Is it a measurement? I don't need a script. I don't need you to recite a script. Is it a measurement?
Okay, how would we measure a geometric
So it's not a
horizon?
measurement. So you just said we need the measurement, and then you brought up Laura Wan, which isn't a measurement.
It refutes the 8 inches per mile squared
No, it
curvature
doesn't.
job,
No,
bro.
it doesn't, because you're
No.
ignoring factors
Like what?
like refraction.
You think? Let me steel man your
No, no,
position.
don't
Your
steel man
argument.
anything. Is what you said a measurement?
No,
Okay,
but
so then
is
why'd you
your
bring it up
argument
after you said we need to measure the ground? Here's my example of measuring the ground. Laura Wan. And it's not a measurement.
okay?
Okay.
Uh,
So bring up
Regardless.
measurements. Let's bring up measurements.
Well, all right, bro.
All right. So you
The
got any
thing is,
measurements?
bro, I'll admit it's not a concrete measurement, but do you like the burden of proof? Who has burden of proof, right? When you make a
You.
positive claims in oh, really? When you
You.
make positive when
The
you make
earth
positive
is
claims in
the earth is a globe by every single measurement, every single
oh,
theory, every single
so you do
scientific
make
fact, every single
oh,
scientist
so
on the
you
earth is a globe. There's
so you do
pictures,
make
there's
positive
video,
claims.
there's all sorts of
Oh,
things, right? So
so you
you're the
do
one
like
claiming that all of that is wrong.
nope.
The burden of proof is on you.
Who has the burden of proof in intellectual form? Is it the positive claim or the negative?
Your positive claim is the earth is flat.
Yeah, and you just made a. How many positive claims did you just make in
Your
that
positive
spiel
claim
that you?
is your positive claim the earth is flat, Solly?
Yes,
So
but you
you're
also
making
make
a
positive
positive
claims.
claim. So prove it's flat.
We experience it that way. It's the default position. Prove
No,
there's a
no,
globe.
that's not true. What you're doing,
Mm.
what you're doing is saying the earth has to be flat and then saying, "Oh, you guys got to prove the earth is a globe because that's the positive claim." But you're actually making the positive claim.
So will you admit that you make positive claims as well?
Everybody makes positive claims.
Okay.
Guess
So
what?
we both have
My
burden of
positive
proof.
claim is based on the plethora of science available to everybody on earth. Your positive claim is all of that is fake and wrong. My view is right because we
That's a
experience the earth is flat.
it's an interesting way to straw man your opponent. No, I don't claim that all of science is wrong. I agree with like biology and medical science and things of that nature. Anyway,
All right, it's just the ones
no,
you don't want to believe in.
no, like listen, bro. You make positive claims down to a very precise degree. You
Hmm.
make positive claims in regards to radius, value, and circumference. These are easily testable. That's why I brought up Laurel Man because it directly
Show me your
refutes your
test.
radius value.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
No?
No, it doesn't.
Eight. Okay. How much curvature should be between the transmitter and the receiver in
Are
the
you
LoRaWAN
ignoring
transmission?
refraction? Are you ignoring atmospheric interactions with the microwave radiation?
No, not at all.
Yes, you are.
But
Then
I'm asking
how'd you
you.
include it in your observation?
I didn't make the observation,
I know you didn't.
but
So
I'm
how'd
asking
you?
you.
Okay,
You
it
can't let me
happened.
Dude, we had a better conversation last time. Come on, man.
The Loran happened, right?
It
So
did.
yeah,
To
it
my
did.
understanding, it's a
Right.
world record right now. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a world record. So what the observation include?
Do
Okay.
you know that they claim, like your argument? I'm going to give you your argument. It's actually they claim tropospheric ducting. They don't claim refraction, bud.
Yeah, that is
It's a microwave frequency transmission.
great. Yeah, tropospheric ducting. Yeah, great. So
That's
go
what
on.
your argument is. That's what your argument is, bro. You're supposed to say that refraction in a microwave frequency transmission.
Are you
That's
okay,
crazy. It's a
Sully?
highly,
Are you okay?
dude. I'm having a blast, bro.
I know you're having a blast.
Oh, it's amazing. You guys
Yeah.
just never cease to say the most profound and most intelligent things. I learned so much. You're teaching me a lot.
Do microwaves interfere with the atmosphere?
Of course.
Okay. Do microwaves maybe not travel in straight lines due to the atmosphere?
It's hard to say. I
It's
would
hard
say
to
that
say.
over. Yeah.
Show me the science of it's hard to say.
Well, it depends on
they
the
don't, right? They interfere with the atmosphere, right? And they don't travel in
Okay.
exactly straight lines, right?
But there's also a phenomena called diffraction.
Oh, is there? Diffraction.
Mhm.
I love diffraction.
Or what is it that I'm thinking of? Is it diffraction when they spread out over distance?
I don't
is that
know.
the
You
same
tell
thing?
me. You tell me. You're the expert here, Sully.
I'll Google it.
Yeah, Google it. Google why
See how I'm all
Lauren.
like
Google why.
bending and
Google if you're
swinging.
gonna Google it. Google why Lauren was able to make a communication over that distance.
I already told you why. They claim it's tropospheric ducting.
Okay, so what's your science
I gave
against
you
that?
well, tropospheric ducting you would require skip zones. So unless you have evidence of skip zones, then
Oh, so there's no evidence of anything?
What? Do you know what a skip zone is?
Listen, your position here is that what they did isn't possible on a globe, right?
Yeah,
Is that your
definitely not
position?
possible on a sphere.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
it couldn't be.
then present your evidence why that's not possible.
Because microwave
Here's your position
frequencies.
in front of everybody. Show us
Oh,
all.
is this where you drop me?
I just made you big screen. What do you mean this is where I drop you?
I know, but like,
Show
I'm not gonna,
everybody
like,
how this is possible on a flat Earth, or why
how
this means
how
it's
line
impossible.
of sight transmission is possible on a flat Earth. Do you understand the argument that we're having?
Dude, if you're not gonna fucking, I'm gonna drop you if you're not gonna fucking have a conversation.
Hey man, we had a better conversation last time, and maybe you're not in the best mood tonight, and that's not my fault. I'm not trying to be a dick, bro. I just think this shit's funny. All right,
It
you have
is
a
your
good night. I'm not trying to
it
get
is
under
your
your skin.
fault. It is your fault.
Is it though?
Yeah,
What
yeah,
the
yeah.
fuck
If
did
you're
I
gonna
do?
say the Loran is proof that the globe is falsified, present your evidence. That's all I'm saying.
Well,
Present
okay,
it.
we
Here's your
have to.
chance. All right, go ahead. I'll listen.
I'd like to talk for a minute, right? Like without getting interrupted or shifted the burden of
I
proof
made you the big box.
repeatedly.
Present your evidence. I will shut up. I will mute myself.
Microwave
Go ahead.
line of sight. The funny thing about this one, communication method requiring an unobstructed direct path between transmitting and receiving antennas, meaning the transmitter and the receiver, typically used for high frequency 300 megahertz to 300 gigahertz wireless link. Because signals travel in straight lines, they cannot follow the Earth's curve. Oh, you want my camera on for this? Because you're not going to believe this next part,
You can do
bro.
whatever you want. Go ahead. You're muted. Unmute yourself.
Oh, good job, dude. Good call. I shit the bed. I'll admit I shit the bed. Microwave line of sight is a communication method requiring an unobstructed direct path between the transmitter and the receiver, the antenna. Typically used for high frequency 300 megahertz, 300 gigahertz wireless link. Because signals, I have to highlight this part because Google doesn't want you to read this one. Because signals travel in straight lines, they cannot follow the Earth's curvature, usually limiting distance to 20 to 30 miles, 25 to 30. How long was the LoRaWAN, Globey? I think I said 830?
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of missing curve. I think it's roughly 80 miles. Do you have an objection?
Look, I gave you the big box to present your evidence to why this can't be possible on a globe. So please do so.
Cannot follow Earth's curvature.
Yeah. So you're just laughing about it? Is this your evidence?
Dude, you don't have a rebut? Can't rebut to this?
Click
It
show
literally
more.
says it can't work. This might as well say.
Yeah. What'd you
proves
ask?
Earth
What'd you
not
ask
to be
the AI
curving.
there? What'd you ask the AI? That's referencing Wikipedia there.
Microwave line of sight.
Great. So why don't you ask it why Lauren was able to communicate over 700 miles, whatever it was?
It's gonna say tropospheric ducting.
Okay. So then you believe that as well?
No.
So then what are you referencing AI for? You're cherry picking. You're cherry picking scientific information.
Pick one. Pick one at random, bro. Pick one. Tell me when to stop. You want me to go to page 10?
No.
Page
Ask
7?
it why Lauren was able to
Here,
communicate
I went to
over
page
that.
6. We're at page 7. A random article. Microwave line of sight link engineering. Okay, just the very first. Oh, this site can't be reached. We're gonna have to try something else. Wireless technology and something. Okay, featured articles. Okay, microwave and wireless technology, microwave components, published monthly to provide short papers. Blah 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 blah. This one's not super
What
helpful.
frequency was Lauren operated at?
I actually don't know that one.
I know, because you haven't fucking actually read anything about anything you're talking about.
Yeah, you're angry, bro. I know.
Right, Solly?
I should.
It's okay.
Yeah, but you didn't prove the Earth was curving, so I don't really
It's
feel
not
like
up
you
to me
can
to prove
claim
Earth is
victory.
curving. You brought this up as evidence the Earth is flat, so you can demonstrate how this represents Earth flat being flat.
Well, it had to be, according to the Google search history, right? It had to be in the ballpark of 300 megahertz to 300 gigahertz, right?
Do you know what
That's what
diffraction
makes it.
actually
That's what
means,
makes it.
Sully?
I think diffraction is when it would, if half of the beam goes over like an object, like picture my middle finger to be a mountain. If
Mhm.
half of the beam goes over it, it'll actually diffract and fill itself in. Unless that's another term.
No, that's incorrect.
Then I do forget the term that I was trying to use.
Okay.
Now what? Is the Earth curving now?
No, it means your example is incorrect because you don't know what diffraction is. You don't know what
What is
frequency
diffraction?
Loran was.
You remember I came up here to learn, Globy.
No,
I
you
came up here to
didn't.
learn.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
I
And it's
gotta do
okay.
everything myself. I gotta be an independent researcher all the time.
It's
Oh my
okay.
god.
It's okay that
this
you're
what it's
not here to
like?
learn, but it's
Bending and spreading of waves, light, sound, or water. Hey, look, isn't this what I was saying when they fill themselves
no,
back in?
no. They don't. I don't know what fill yourself back in mean, but that's not
Around
a
obstacles or through
physical
narrow
term.
openings, yeah. Caused by the wave-like nature of energy, it occurs most strongly when a gap size is similar to the wavelength. This phenomenon creates interference patterns, such as a colorful spectra from the diffraction grating. I'm almost positive this is what I'm thinking of. Let's go to images.
So you can actually like, so diffraction when waves are traveling towards an object and it hits a barrier, if half of it passes the barrier, it can bend around that barrier. That's
what I was
diffraction.
telling you when I
It
went like
bends
this,
around,
and I said, when I went like this, I said you have your beam, right? And then your middle finger would be like a mountain. It would fill in afterwards. It starts to fill itself.
You said
back
fill in. I don't know what that means. That's not. If that's what you
in.
meant by that, fine.
So I'm incorrect because of semantics.
You said it would fill in that space. If that's what you meant by the
that
beam
is
would
what
bend
that is
around
what I meant.
the
This right
object.
here, this is
then
similar to what
sure.
we're talking about. Yeah, or this, right?
Sure.
Yeah,
I was supposed
used
to
the word right.
understand the incorrect words you used because I guess I was supposed to
I
understand.
think fill in is a pretty
You think
simple
fill in?
maybe
an
oversimplification, but yeah, I
maybe
mean
a
it
little bit.
works for all intents and purposes.
No,
You still haven't you haven't taught me anything, Globy.
Oh, I just taught you about diffraction. So
No, I had the word right the whole time.
no, you
Remember?
didn't.
Yeah,
So
I
you
did.
agree the Loran frequency could diffract around the curve of Earth?
Diffract around the curvature of Earth?
Yep.
Not if the whole thing was obstructed. Only part of it can be obstructed, like a certain percent of it, right? I don't know the percentage, but like you'd need at least part of that transmission to make it over the curvature of the Earth. And considering there's 80 miles, do you think they shot an 80-mile tall beam of electromagnetic radiation that was highly focused in a straight line?
Miles tall. Show me the math
There's
on
80
why it has
miles
to be
of
80
missing
miles tall.
curvature. There's
Show,
80 miles of missing curvature.
show me why the beam has to be 80 miles tall.
Do you want to break down the math?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay.
You still have the big
even
box.
if we just assume it to be at sea level, I'd be giving you a little bit. I did the math recently.
Sure. All right, good. Show me.
Let me see. I gotta put a green screen on. I think I have a screenshot of it.
How'd you do the math though? If you don't know what the frequencies they use for Loran were.
It's still a microwave, bro. You wouldn't do the math on that. You would do the math. You would do the math on the curvature of the Earth. That's what the object
you would do the math on the
is.
frequency of the wavelength of Loran. That's what you would do the math on.
No, to get a simple understanding of how much curvature would be between one object and another, you wouldn't have to incorporate that necessarily.
Yes, you would, because different wavelengths bend at different rates.
Okay.
Right?
How much do microwaves bend at?
It depends on the microwave frequency. Loran was operated.
What was the frequency of the LoRaWAN? Teach me.
100 kilohertz.
100 kilohertz.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's a very low frequency.
Okay.
So they're very susceptible to bending, right? Longer
Let's see.
frequencies,
Yeah.
right, will punch through and not diffract as much. Shorter frequencies will diffract.
That makes sense.
So these were very susceptible to diffraction. So again, look, the whole point of this conversation was that you said you had measurements of flat Earth, and then you brought up LORAN, which involves diffraction and wavelengths of, different frequencies of microwave communications. That's not a measurement, right? It's not a measurement. Do you have a measurement of flat Earth?
Sea level.
Sea level is what does that mean? What does that mean? Sea level.
Sea level, no point higher than the other.
Right. Yeah. And that
when we measure the elevation of any given continent, what do we base that elevation off of?
Yeah, sea level.
Okay.
Sure.
So if I say Mount Everest is the tallest mountain, right?
Right.
And that's relative to sea level.
Right.
Well, that means that we're measuring that from a flat baseline, doesn't it?
Nope.
No? Oh, all of a sudden it doesn't mean level anymore now, does it? Because you agreed with my definition of level.
Yeah, I did. This is fucking this is too much.
No, I'm sorry. I know.
Okay.
You're just gonna.
Have you ever actually looked up? Have you actually ever looked up the definition of sea level?
I'll see what they changed it to in recent years.
Oh, you'll see what they changed it to. That's convenient, isn't it?
Well, isn't it interesting? Don't you think we live in a world, especially now? AI overview is a relatively new thing. You'd agree to that, right?
AI overview? Sure.
Yeah, so they could have changed it and just have the AI type in an algorithm of ones and zeros that attribute themselves to letters and characters and read out to be whatever you want it to be at any given moment.
It could.
Did you know that if I Google something and you Google something, we can very easily get different results? Your search results are personalized.
When was AI kind of introduced?
I don't know. It happened like overnight, it seems. To be honest, it's pretty recent, though.
Okay.
The average height of the ocean's surface used as a base for measuring elevation.
So this textbook here, surveying. I know it's hard to read backwards because it's.
Yeah, you must be a really smart guy.
I am because
read backwards.
It's backwards. This was published in 1998. You see that?
Whoa. I was born in 1995.
I know. You should actually listen to your seniors because they're way smarter than you.
That's subjective.
Nah.
Continue.
It's not.
It's subjective, bro. I've met some pretty stubborn old men that don't know much about anything, regardless of shape of Earth, and women.
Okay. So.
Whoa. Cartoons.
This is called. You see this level line? This is called here. You see this level line?
Yeah, they would be parallel.
Here's the datum. Okay, the level line, right? Level line is it follows the curvature of Earth.
Okay. Can we demonstrate this in reality?
Yes.
Let's do that.
It can be measured. Have you ever watched anything a land surveyor has done?
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that. I had a conversation on land surveying so good the other day. I clipped the whole freaking thing, put it on YouTube. It was great.
Did you?
Mm-hmm. Teach me about land surveying.
I mean, I don't need to teach you about it. I really don't.
No, you just cherry picked a picture from a book that agrees with you. And
see, this is the problem, Sully. Every flat Earth discussion becomes a science lesson, a physics lesson, a school lesson, us teaching you about something you could have paid attention to in school but didn't.
Do you remember when
this is the problem, man? This is the problem.
I'm not here
to teach you physics that you didn't pay attention to as in a public school.
I get it, bro. It must be really frustrating to always have to have positive or evidence to satisfy your positive claims. I mean, God forbid we hold people subjective to burden of proof.
God
You can
forbid
just use
somebody actually
sophistry.
understands, like,
Oh, I'm trying to understand, but the guy who showed it to me won't explain it to me, so I just can't. I guess I'll
are
never
you
know.
telling me no one's explained to you land surveying?
I know it pretty well, actually.
You do. What's
Yeah, I'd
what's
like to think
leveling
so.
mean? What's the
Uh,
surveying function of leveling?
that one I don't know.
Okay, so you don't know very well. That's 101. Leveling is
Is
101. And
it?
I'm not trying
What
to
is it?
like a get you here. It's not a gotcha trying to
No,
figure
it's
it out.
fine. But I know I've had decent in-depth conversations and held my own, I'd like to say, in regards to land surveying. I've talked with Baron Rutledge, and we actually conceded on quite a few points recently.
I very,
Mutually.
very, very find it hard to believe that you conceded on points.
I've conceded on I just conceded to a point when I said I didn't know what leveling was, bro. I just did it.
No, I'm saying you're saying he conceded on points.
Yeah, twice.
On what
Twice that
points?
I recall. That they don't take curvature of the Earth into consideration, not within a certain distance at least. And he conceded that if the angular resolution that we observe or measure just so happens to be the same amount as the mathematic that the globe would predict for physical drop off from a tangent, then he would concede to that as well. That was more of a theoretical form of conceding, though. In his defense, I'll steel man his position. Whoa, more backwards words.
Yeah. The measurement involving in leveling takes place in vertical. This is hard to read.
Yeah, you should try it.
The measurements
that way.
involved in leveling take place in vertical planes. Consequently, the effect of Earth's curvature and atmospheric refraction must be taken into account because of the effects occur in vertical direction. So,
Yeah,
literally, the act of leveling
they call that a dip.
requires the compensation of Earth's curvature.
Or it could be angular resolution and refraction.
For distances beyond 1,000 feet.
Yeah, but typically, if we want accurate measurements, we stay well within that distance now, don't we?
No, we don't. We absolutely measure things beyond 1,000 feet. What are you talking about?
Really? Who does that?
Surveyors.
Who?
Who? You want a name of a surveyor?
Yeah.
So you're saying surveyors don't survey things beyond 1,000 feet, therefore they
I'm
don't
saying
need.
typically, if we want to bias towards precision, right? Because typically, if
Okay.
you go farther than 1,000 feet, you're not being very precise. in
If
your
you're under
measurements anymore.
1,000 feet, typically the surveying being done is like boundary surveying, like surveying of someone's property for their boundaries, right? It's not surveying for level, right? The act of leveling and surveying requires you to adjust for Earth's curvature.
How do they
It's a
adjust for Earth's
requirement.
curve?
Do you want like the formula here that they use, or I mean, what do you mean? I mean,
Yeah, you could try. Yeah, let's see if I understand it.
here's the picture, right? So that's a level line right there. The level, it says level line, right? So if you have a theodolite here and you're leveling, that's the level line, right? The difference between E and F, which is hard to see here, the difference between E and F is the adjustment you make for curvature.
How do you compensate for angular resolution?
Why would you need to?
Well, if you're 1,000 feet away from something, it's going to appear to drop. And if you move another 1,000 feet back or forward, it's going to appear to get bigger or smaller. Typically, you're looking at like a mountain or something, right? Like you're not just, well, you could aim it at the horizon, but typically they use like a mountain as a point of reference or a building of some kind. And if you move away or closer, you're gonna change how that object appears in your optic, right? Thus changing its position on the crosshair, right? So you're going to have to compensate for angular resolution to some extent. Is that in the book, or did you only highlight the things that would come up in a debate and you could try to get gotchas out of it?
I'll need to get a gotcha out of it. You just made up some nonsense about angular resolution that has anything to do with measuring.
What's angular resolution?
I look. Let's see. I can guarantee you, there's not one reference to angular resolution in this entire fucking book about surveying?
I am so glad that I told somebody to screen record this conversation because I am going to post that fucking everywhere.
Oh, go ahead. Let's see.
Dude, you look so. I'm not going to lie to you, bro. That is not wise for you to say.
Okay. Angular
You have
closure.
to. You have to.
Apparent
Go
solar.
ahead.
Look, there's not one reference to angular resolution in this entire fucking book.
Okay. What if I told you that I talked with Baron Rutledge and he said angular resolution was one of the most important variables?
Oh, I'm going to say you're making things up.
Okay. I have that on my YouTube too if you want to double check that.
I can double check anything you want. I don't know what you're talking about. Why?
You
So
want me to
so
Google that
explain to me why angular resolution would matter.
Yes, I already did, but typically you're looking at a building or, like I said, a mountain or some object, right?
Sure.
And that object is going to rest at a certain point. Your crosshairs of your optic are going to rest on a certain point of that building or that mountain, right? As you move away from it or far or closer to it, you have to admit that angular resolution is going to occur. It's either going to appear to get bigger or smaller, especially if you're zooming in on it,
Sure.
changing the location of where your crosshairs fall onto that object. So yes, you do have to compensate for angular resolution. That's why I said it's not very wise for you to admit that they don't do it when you don't look like you know what you're talking about, bro.
They
Not
don't
even
do
being
it.
a dick. Okay.
If you
We're
set up
doubling down on that.
if you set up a theodolite and go measure some angle to the horizon from some distance, you're not accounting for angular resolution.
I would strongly suggest talking to Baron about this. Angular resolution in surveying is the minimum angular separation required to hold on, I got a notification. Required to distinguish between two closely spaced targets, commonly measured in arc seconds or millidegrees. Yeah, I said the same thing to Baron. I said, yeah, you would use arc seconds or arc minutes, but probably not arc minutes because it wouldn't really.
But we're not measuring
be that
between
big of a-
two. We're not measuring between two targets. If I
You
have,
can.
sure you can, but that's a different thing. If I have a theodolite and I'm at the theodolite's at my eye level, and I have a target that's at my eye level, the same exact height. Okay, and then we take that target, we put it 1,000 feet away. Okay, that target still it's at eye level, it's 1,000 feet away. If the Earth was flat, that theodolite should be looking directly at that target. Doesn't matter.
So refraction.
Angular resolution would make that target smaller, or right as it's getting further away. It would make it appear smaller, but it would still be at eye level. It doesn't get below eye level; it gets smaller.
I agree to that. However, angular resolution does still play a factor, and you have to, of course, consider refraction.
Okay, hold on. We can get to refraction, but the angular resolution doesn't change the height of the object. It only changes the size of the object.
Okay, I know.
Okay, you know, great. So
and combined with the fact that light has a downward bias in a medium, this makes it something that you would have to consider.
Sure. That's refraction. That's not angular resolution.
I agree, but the combination of the two are what you guys confuse and conflate for Earth curve.
Why do we have to combine anything when you just agreed that angular resolution is the size of an object, not the height of it?
I was only saying that you said angular resolution wouldn't be measured or wouldn't be mentioned in your surveying book.
It's not,
and
because it has nothing to do with surveying.
Okay,
Surveying is the angles to
objects,
right? The measurements of like the size of the object is the angular resolution.
Okay. Combined with the phenomena known as refraction, which is already something that I thought maybe would already be considered in this. Like I didn't mention it.
Refraction is separate.
Okay.
Okay. Angular resolution is the apparent size of the object. Right?
I know that.
Okay.
Yeah, I know that.
So you agree that wouldn't change the apparent height of the object. So
but light has a downward bias.
So that doesn't have anything to do with what we're talking about.
If you incorporate that and refraction, you can conflate that with curvature of Earth.
Why does the refraction have anything to do with the angular resolution?
as you increase the distance, the object's going to appear to get smaller, and as you increase the
Not lower,
distance, the light's
smaller.
yes, and as you
Okay.
increase the distance, the light is also going to travel in a different path to reach your optic because of refraction.
Okay, that's refraction. That's a different thing.
Okay.
So stop saying combined together they're a thing, right? Angular resolution has nothing to do with the height of the object that we're looking at, just the size.
I agree to that. You
Oh,
don't have to
okay.
die on that hill, bro.
I think I do have to die in that hill because you're saying that affects the height of the object, right?
It affects the way it appears on your crosshair, and it
No,
also
it doesn't.
has.
It affects the
Can
size
you
of the object.
can you zoom in on something 1,000 miles away, or 1,000 feet rather, away
Yeah,
from you,
1,000 feet.
and
Yeah,
and get okay,
yeah, and that object,
and get.
if it's at the same height of the theodolite, it should be right at the dead center of the theodolite.
I love
It,
how
it, w-
Whatcast is in
it
your comments lying.
right. Hold on, it'll be smaller, right? But the target will be dead center in your eye. Not
Can I say something
not
briefly?
considering refraction yet.
Can I say something briefly? Whatcast is in your comments, and like I cooked him so bad on this that he blocked me on both my accounts.
Okay,
And Baron was there, and if you want to talk to Baron about this, I would seriously suggest that.
look. No offense, but if I listened to every time I heard a flat earther say they cooked somebody on something and called it a flat smack and all this shit, and
I'm only suggesting that there's globers that can verify my claims. That's all I'm suggesting to you, brother.
okay,
Baron wouldn't lie to you, I don't think.
Baron.
Wouldn't
I
give
don't
you
think
an
Baron would lie to me. I also think Baron would agree with everything I'm saying right now.
That's okay, fair. But if you ask him if he has to take angular resolution into consideration, it was the majority of what we talked about was how he actually does it.
No, he would say that has nothing to do with the height of the target he's looking at.
He might say that, but he would also say that we talked about it in length.
But that's what we're talking about. I would agree. Yeah, okay. I would agree. You guys talked about it, right? But I would also say he would never say that angular resolution has anything to do with the height of the target he's looking at.
Okay.
Because it doesn't.
But remember that we're here because you brought up a book and said that angular resolution would be nowhere in your book about surveying.
Because it has nothing to do with it. And it's not in here.
Okay. But a literal land surveyor disagrees with you and he takes it into consideration when he takes measurements. And we had a 30-minute discussion about it on my YouTube. And there's a guy in the comments who blocked me and is calling me a liar about it because he's too insensitive to. He couldn't even chime in and add anything intellectual to the discussion. Not
stop
Baron.
talking to the fucking comments, okay? Baron, if you want me to interview Baron and ask him if angular resolution has anything to do with the height of the target he's looking at, I will do that.
Didn't say that. I'm saying it's a phenomena that you have to take into consideration.
In what regards would you take that into consideration?
It obviously has an effect on what it is that you're observing, right?
In what regard? If it's not the height, which you just agreed on, then what does it affect?
It decreases the size of the object.
Okay, and then how does that affect the height of the object?
And then that would be when we would talk about refraction. Now that we're on the same page.
No. You can't just add refraction in. You said angular resolution. Don't huff at me, bro. Don't huff at me.
I wish you understood how this. We wouldn't be here if you didn't bring it up out of a survey book.
They're two separate things. That's my point, and you understand it, and everybody understands it that's watching. Okay, angular resolution reduces the object's size. Refraction might change the object's height up and down. Those are two separate phenomena.
Light doesn't typically bend up, but I agree with you.
Okay, but they're two separate phenomenon. So stop saying that angular resolution has
you keep
anything
going
to do
back
with
into. You keep going. I don't. That wasn't really my claim. I'm saying that it decreases the size of the object, and it is a factor that you have to take into consideration. And because of can we talk about refraction? Oh no, I'm a joke now.
What a fucking joke.
Okay,
sure.
So refraction. The guy who says that
I will agree with you. Refraction will change the object's height. Angular resolution will not. So stop fucking talking about it. It just makes an object appear smaller. That's
Okay,
it.
you brought up a book and said that angular resolution wouldn't be anywhere in there.
It's not.
That was
It's
why
not.
we.
I read the fucking book, dude. It's not in here.
No, I believe you, but that's not what Barron would say. That's
It
my
is
only
what Barron
claim.
would say. 100% is what Barron would say. That angular resolution has nothing to do with the object's height in surveying at all. Leveling, geodetic surveying, plane surveying, nothing to do with surveying other than the object's apparent size, not its height, which is what we're doing in surveying.
Okay, you account for the dip.
Yes, the dip has nothing to do with the object's angle, the dip angle, to the observer. It's nothing. It just means the object's smaller.
I think you. Oh, okay. I was gonna say I think you misspoke. Yeah, if we're talking about dip angles now,
If an
how do
object's
you
at eye level, it's always going to be at eye level going away from you.
how do you okay? How do you differentiate? This is the same question I asked Baron. Like, how do you differentiate between the combination of angular resolution and concordance with refraction, right? How do you differentiate that between physical Earth curve? How do you determine which is which?
Well, angular resolution has nothing to do with the conversation.
Baron disagrees.
He does not disagree.
Guarantee you he does.
Oh my God. I think you misconstrued what Barron was saying.
Mm-mm. But anyway, answer my question.
Your question has nothing to do with angular resolution. Refraction
Okay,
should be considered in surveying because
right.
light can affect the apparent height of an object.
That's how do you differentiate between, if we're just going to stick on refraction,
sure.
How do we differentiate between refraction and physical Earth curve?
Well, if you do something called reciprocal zenith angles measurements, you can eliminate the effects of refraction.
How do you do that? You just get rid of the atmosphere?
No, you take the measurement from one direction, from a theodolite to a target, and reciprocal means you then travel to where the target is and take a measurement from the target back to where you started before.
Yeah, and that would give you a refractive index.
That would cancel out the refractive index. Because if there's refraction going
How so?
way, because if there's refraction going one way, right? If you take the measurement from the other way back, it's canceling out that refraction.
No, right? It would be the same amount of refraction.
Yeah.
Roughly.
Right. That's the point, right? So if it's bending light this way, and you go here, you take a measurement back, it's bending light the other way, they cancel each other out.
Okay. How does that eliminate refraction exactly?
That's exactly
because all you're doing is viewing through the exact same medium.
Yeah. Okay.
How does that eliminate refraction? Refraction would still occur.
Yes.
And how do you differentiate that between physical Earth curve?
Because you're doing the measurement in both directions.
That doesn't subtract it out.
It does cancel each other out. I know you don't understand it, but it does.
Know, I mean, I get what you're trying to do. It seems like a bit of a begging the question fallacy. Not really, but like, I get what you're trying to do, bro.
If you measured it in just one direction, I get your point. The light's bending, you would say, well, how do you know that's just refraction or not? Right? But if you travel to the other side and then do the measurement the other way and get the same results, which you do, right?
Okay.
It cancels refraction out.
I love that you added that part because if I stand at point A and I measure to point B and I get a refractive index of x and a curvature drop of y, right? And then I invert that. I go to point B, I measure to point A, I get a refractive index of x, and I get a curvature drop of y. It would literally just be doing the exact same thing and begging the exact same question. That's my argument.
I know. Everything's begging the question to you.
Everything that, yeah, every globe evidence I've ever seen is some form of sophistry. Yeah. Pretty easy to spot, to be honest. Anything else?
Yeah. So if you do it one way, I don't care. If you do it one way and don't do it the other way, and don't do reciprocal zenith angles, just take into account refraction, right?
No, I'm
How come
saying
the Earth never ends up being flat when you do those measurements?
you're, well, you're not distinguishing between physical drop from a tangent and refraction.
So you distinguish it then. Why do land surveyors' measurements never end up with a flat result?
Because of atmospheric conditions.
So atmospheric conditions always just make the globe appear a globe, or the flat plane appear a globe.
I wouldn't say that it always lines up as a sphere. I don't think it does.
Oh,
I'm
it
pretty sure the
does.
math doesn't always. I mean, I think the math is set up in a way. I think you guys use like
Oh,
standard
Baron's here.
refraction, which is okay. I think you guys. I saw
Can we talk
that.
to
I think
Baron?
you guys use. Sure. I think you guys
Come on up
use
here, Baron.
7/6R, right? Standard refraction.
Request up, Baron. I'd like you to confirm or not confirm what Solly is saying. You said, because I don't want to speak for you. So if you want to come up here.
That doesn't look like Baron.
That's not Baron. Baron, are you here, Baron?
Well, while we wait for Baron, he can confirm if he's still here. I shared the live with him. What was said in Whatcast Live was Baron offered to go put this to the test and put up a
Hey,
$1,000.
don't bring up the one thing that makes me look bad. Steelman my position. What was my position?
Yeah, I'm saying what was said and what Baron said.
No,
So
Steelman my position. What
I
was my
wasn't.
position?
I wasn't there, so I would appreciate
You can watch the YouTube video.
representation of.
yeah,
of
this is
Sully.
also
You know what's
on
interesting? Can I speak
Whatcast.
before
So
Hasselblad
Whatcast
Steelmans
has
me?
the
Can I please finish?
conversation.
Can I
Sully,
say?
it's almost
I'm not
like
gonna
you're
let you talk,
afraid
bro.
of people.
Yeah, I'm not gonna let you lie. I'm not gonna let you do it. And I know that's why you're
Okay,
here.
there we go.
Okay.
So
No,
it's
I'm doing it, bro.
It's on
You're lying.
Whatcast's
Not while I'm here.
YouTube
I'm not gonna
page
do it.
if
It's on
Baron
my
left
YouTube video.
already.
It's my
But
YouTube video. I'm
what
not doing it, bro.
what
You're not lying. You're not gonna lie. You're not gonna
So
lie,
what?
bro.
Hold on.
why you've been
Hold
lying
on.
through your teeth this entire
All right,
time?
hold on, Hasselblad. What is he lying? What is he lying about, Sully?
I'll say what I'll say what I want to say, bro, real quick. And I'll
Go
make
ahead.
this 10 seconds.
You have the
I
floor. What is he
posted
lying about?
I posted the unbiased, unedited, full clip of our entire conversation on my YouTube channel. These guys went and copied and clipped and edited all the bad parts to make me look. He literally, the clip that he's referring to literally starts off with the host saying Solly is a lying piece of shit and all he does is drop people from his panel. That's literally how it starts off that way, and it's edited in a specific way that makes me look bad. And if this is how this is going to go, and you're just going to bring up some bet that I didn't agree to because I don't agree to bets with disingenuous liars, then go on and tell your fairy tales, bro. I'm going
Cool.
to tell the truth.
So this is what happened. You were talking about angular resolution.
YouTube, if you guys want to do independent research.
Sully, I just let you explain it, so let him explain it.
Oh, he ran.
Oh, he's gone. What a fucking
So
baby.
yeah.
I didn't think you were that big of a baby, Sully. Yet.
So they went back and forth on angular resolution for some weird reason, like you guys just did. And Baron did what he normally does when he's talking with him. He's like, oh, yeah. Let's put that to the test.
Right.
Do you want to come out and test it with me? Blah, blah, blah. And that's when Solly dropped.
Of course. And somehow that results in Baron. Even Baron admitted that angular resolution affects the height of the objects he's looking at. Right.
Yeah,
Right.
because
Gotcha.
he gets tired of like arguing the point and just says, "Yeah, sure, I agree. Let's go put it to the test."
Right. He's dismissing him to get him to go. Yeah. I got it.
Anyway, I invited him over. I didn't see him to send him an invite up.
I'm not
I
sure if I
thought my
saw it.
invite had gone away because once Baron was here, I thought I dropped out.
You're the only one. Oh wait, I got a few more. Let's see. Who's in the box? Who's in the box? A bunch of shills.
Oh, everybody was screaming. I'm sure you saw at some point, but most of us saw that Whatcast live, and he was just flat out lying about it.
I actually didn't see the Whatcast live, so
Oh, and before he got dropped, he used the R slur, and then Whatcast ended up getting a bunch of uh, warnings from TikTok, which is why he ended up blocking Solly because he
uh,
thought Solly was reporting.
well, like I always love the actual true story when the true story comes out. Thank you for bringing that to our attention because these guys like to make up some fucking stories.
Yeah. As you know, you didn't need me to tell you that, but since you weren't there
No, I wasn't
and he
there.
kept like just repeating it, it's like you're just flat out lying about it, dude.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, it's what they do. And they'll never change. Well, the whole thing is on YouTube. If anything, wants to verify from Whatcast, yeah, we'll check it out. The beautiful part is the interaction I just had is going to be recorded on TikTok. So I'll sadly be able to compare that to the YouTube, uh, your Whatcast YouTube video about it. Man, yeah. Well, just another dude pretending to be as straightforward. We got coming in here. Yeah, it's sad.
I was about to invite Dimitri up. He is a Flerf.
Yep. Well,
Anyways, how's your 12 o'clock Sunday morning from Toronto?
Is your mic asleep since it's 4 o'clock Sunday morning in your
No, it's
area?
12 o'clock Sunday.
it's
How,
12
how's it?
o'clock
Your
Sunday.
mic is really quiet. Anyway, I'll let you get back to it, Globy. Have a good
Thank
one.
you.
Yeah.
It's 12 o'clock for me, too.
Yeah, I miss my buddy who just left, who was just saying somebody edited some of his presentations, videos. I kind of missed that conversation with you before earlier. I just kind of came in right before he came left. I know some of his presentation. He explains really well to the. He most of the he's I know him for like a couple months. I saw him live streaming, explaining to people the difference about what did they know about their globe model and the difference between the flat Earth and stuff like that, and he changed it different ways of explaining over the months to specific different people with different way of approaching towards him. So I see that when you get experience over the years dealing with different people approaching you differently over the time, you kind of get like this already almost like immune system understanding how people are, you know.
What the hell are you talking about?
No. Well, I guess your level is if you don't understand, then what can I say?
And look, I mean, maybe I'm very stupid. It's possible. It's possible.
I'm
But
talking general.
I don't know what the hell you just said. Maybe say it. I don't know. Maybe say it again. Maybe I just wasn't paying attention. Go ahead. What do we got?
We're saying how people been treating people online on TikTok over the months and what people have to go through, meeting the same people every day, then come to you and you meet different people on a daily basis, and sometimes you get to see the same people who come to you almost like every day, like you're become like your fans who loves to argue with you. They call it a debate or something. When we are flat earthers, we don't say stuff like debate. We don't debate to begin with. We are here to explain things. If you want to know the truth or you want to understand something, we'll tell you which things you have a problem with. And if you really, really wanted to fix that problem, we might see if there is
What
a chance.
What makes you think what you're saying is the truth?
Well, it comes with a common sense logic. That's to
No,
begin
don't
with.
start with common sense. There's no such thing as common sense.
Do you have a divine armor?
A divine armor?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
That means a common sense logic.
There's no such thing as common sense. Everybody has a different sense of what's common sense. Right? There's no such thing.
jabby? Okay, my personal question to you. Did you guys back in the day the jabby in 2019? Did you, when somebody told you to go get a shot, did you took it or did you told yourself like common sense logic told you like I have an immune system, I don't need anybody to tell me what to do with my body. I'm not gonna go get a shot because I understand this is they're lying, they're doing what do they call it when you kill it when you're removing people on a massive scale. So
Right.
yeah, you understand what I'm
Right.
saying. Like it's
Do you,
not
do you,
something that they're helping.
so you, do
So
you think
yeah,
the measles shot is useless?
no, I'm saying it's a mark of the beast. It's a mutation. It's a first screen DNA.
Do you think
It's
the measles shot is pretend?
no, I'm saying all of those things even that they tell people to put in their nose but has also those things.
I'm
So
asking you
yeah,
a specific question about measles.
I'm saying all of those things they give people back in the day, they had those things to get them infected. So if you didn't have common sense to stay away from it, then you just didn't got the common sense logic to get an armor. I mean the divine armor. So you didn't receive it or did you receive it?
So do you honestly think vaccines are pretend?
That was a final exam for everybody, pretty much, to see who has common sense logic, who's NPC.
I
Are
asked
you
you I
NPC?
asked you a question. Do you think they're pretend? Do you think
I'm
the
saying everybody
measles?
who's
Do you
listening to
think the
this right now,
measles, the mumps, yeah?
all of them, yeah.
You think all of them are just pretend?
No, was just to get people on a next level upgrade system. They infected them with the things that now they're completely on. They are fully connected.
So because I took the COVID vaccine, I am now a programmed bot.
Well, it's not that you program bot. You just proved yourself that you don't have the divine armor.
Why? What's the difference?
Because if you had common sense logic, you will stay away from it. You wouldn't get that barcode into your DNA. You wouldn't get your
Why?
pure blood mixed with something else.
What does that have to do with common sense? So I'm back to measles and
You see,
mumps.
my common sense tells me my blood has to be pure blood. That's it. Simple.
Does your common sense tell you to not take the measles
That's it. That's all
vaccine?
it told me, to keep my blood pure. That's it. As simple as it is.
Do you not believe that millions of people died during the
Yeah, that's
bubonic?
what I called you. What do they call that thing when you
Hold
take
on.
people
Question.
on a massive scale? Yes, that's what it is.
Do you believe the bubonic plague happened?
What?
The bubonic plague. The Black Plague. Do you remember that? Do you remember learning about that?
I'm really
No?
bad with names.
Okay. So the Black Plague, you don't recall that ever happening?
Well, let's not say things that might get you, censored. So let's just
Why would
keep
that
it.
get me censored?
I don't know what it is. Is it something that we cannot talk, or can we talk
It has
about
nothing to do with race. It's called the Black Plague. It's the bubonic plague. Jesus Christ. Killed
I just know that
fucking
when I
millions
was
of
reading
people.
scriptures, it told me about the scorpions.
It was spread by rats, killed millions of people. You have no clue, nothing.
No. I just know that in 2019, when somebody came up with the idea about those muzzles to put it on,
Okay.
when the level 5 thing came out, I'm like, in China, I'm like, guys, this is ridiculous. You're telling me level 5 come out, and people are not like locked to be like insulated, like we don't go into the bunker, we just putting the muzzles. If there is a level 5 thing, I thought like maybe Chernobyl happened or worse. That was my level of expectation of the oh my god, like what's the emergency. But somebody tells me, oh, something thing can come out, you have to stay like 6 feet apart, keep a distance. I'm like, what?
What is level
And put a
5
muzzle on.
armor?
What?
Are you like
No,
are you speaking in Call of Duty terms?
no. I'm saying there is things back then happening where you could see that it was against common sense logic.
Okay, let me ask you about this common sense. My wife is a manager in the cardiovascular section of a hospital here on Long Island. Okay, now during COVID, there was not a bed to be found in the hospital. Not a bed. You couldn't go there for anything. Okay. Not only were there no beds, they had to build temporary shelters outside of the hospital to house people, to treat them, because there were no beds in the hospital. They built temporary shelters outside of the hospital. Now, on top of that, they brought morgue trucks, like flat, like trailers, okay, that were chilled, okay, like a morgue, because the morgues were overflowing with corpses. People, they had no room for them. They had to bring in trucks to put these dead people in, okay, outside of the hospital. Are you telling me my fucking common sense should tell me that that wasn't fucking real, you fucking moron? Goodbye, you fucking asshole. God damn, you dumb fuck. Go fuck yourself, you fucking moron. And I hope my live gets taken down. I fucking sick of you fucking stupid fucks with your fucking bullshit conspiracies. Go fuck yourself. And my wife's going to come down and probably yell at me now because my door's open. I'm probably waking up the whole fucking house. Oh my fucking God. And guess what? The people who didn't take the fucking vaccine and died can't fucking complain about it because they're fucking dead. Jesus fucking Christ. You fucking asshole. How's everybody doing tonight? Like, I seriously lived through that fucking shit. I lived through it. I lived through her going to work every day, having to put people on a goddamn morgue truck because there's no place to keep the bodies. And you assholes pretend like COVID was fake or bullshit. Yeah. Eventually, COVID evolved because of vaccine protection into a basically harmless virus. Now, when you get COVID, it's like getting a cold or maybe the flu. It's mutated. Back then, people were fucking dying in truckloads, and I watched it goddamn happen. When I got my vaccine, and to be completely honest, I didn't want the vaccine because I was young, I was healthy, I didn't think I needed it. But I took it anyway. You know why I took it? Because my mother was going through chemo, and I didn't want to expose her to it. So I took the vaccine so that I wouldn't get the virus and expose her. That was my decision. If not for her, I probably wouldn't have taken the vaccine just because I was a healthy individual and I probably didn't need it. But that's also my fucking choice. And at the end of the day, I also saw firsthand fucking people dying by the truckloads. So stop with your fucking revisionist bullshit fucking history where COVID was fake and it was bullshit and it was a control thing by the government. Fuck you. Fuck you. Anyway, the Earth's a globe, everybody. Welcome, Jimmy Land. How we doing tonight?
Oh, how's it going? You're back. Where you been?
It's going great. Where I've been, Flerfs just, they had nothing left, and I got kind of bored of just arguing with them about the same things that they never had new arguments. I just I just went about my life for a little while.
You look like you lost some weight. Look like you lost some stress over there.
I definitely lost some stress. I don't know about weight, but
I'm digging your little background there. What is that? Like is that your kids' room or is that your man cave?
it's my man cave, buddy.
That's awesome, man.
Might be my
It's
kids'
really
room
cool.
one day, but
Well, where are you at? I've never known where you're from. You don't have to say like obviously.
Long Island. I'm from Long Island.
So you probably you're in the basement, I guess.
No, it's my office.
Oh God.
Yeah, look. That's the door. If I go out that door, I'm in my living room.
Oh wow! So you said you had the door open. Which door did you have open?
This door. When I forget to close this door, the fucking when I'm screaming at dumbass Flerfs, my voice goes right up the fucking steps. I wake up my wife. Everybody gets annoyed. I forget how loud I'm yelling at everybody.
You're is it insulated or what? What it's like
No.
if the door's closed, you're good. If the door's closed, you're good.
It's better. It's not good, but it's better.
It's better.
It's better. Yeah.
So, I think I've you probably haven't known me, but I've seen you for years.
No, I already lost the name.
Okay.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
But it's I don't know. I decided to fucking come back and argue with flat earthers again. I don't know why.
Dude, you're the best. You're the guy that freaking spun a wet ball and
I spun a fucking wet ball. I did. And that pissed so many flat earthers off that I spun that wet ball.
It's the worst experiment ever, but
Oh yeah, it's fucking terrible. But that's what's the fun about it. I like taking toys, my kids' toys, and making experiments out of them for flat earthers. It's definitely fun.
Oh my god, I still remember you like going on live and like showing like counterclockwise on a ceiling fan, and
And then
so great.
them
So
arguing that that's not counterclockwise. Yeah,
yeah,
that's my favorite.
you put in a cell phone and shit. Like you were good. You were good.
Yeah. So this is
Where is that? Where is that, man? Is that has that left you? You're not there anymore. You're
where
not
at
bitter.
for what? Where am I bitter for
I
what?
mean, you were bitter quite a
I was
quite a
bitter.
bit. Not bitter. I don't know bitter, but it was frustration elevated frustration.
Yeah, I think it's why my account got my OG account got banned for bullying. Because at the end of the day, like 4 years ago, I started off like just wanting to help people, and then like eventually you realize you're not going to help anybody, and then you just like when I would leave comments on people's videos, I couldn't help but just fucking calling them morons because it just they are, and they just need to be told they're morons. Like that's just what it is. And unfortunately, TikTok doesn't like that. So eventually, my account got banned for bullying based on my leaving comments.
What were you at as far as like
60,000 something. 60,
60,000, man?
yeah, 60,000 something. All gone. Although
That had to
someone just told me today that based on TikTok's new owners, they were able to get their old accounts back. So I don't know. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna submit a request. Maybe I can get it back. That'd be pretty sweet.
have you gotten in contact with any of the like Maria or what's his name? Obviously not, probably not the professor or whatever.
Mm. No, professor was gone a while ago. He got some bad accusations against him.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He was
No way.
harassing some chicks or something.
No.
Yeah.
Dang. So I remember the live that you guys did. You, Wits It Gets It, Caleb, and who was with on your side?
Uh, that would have been PH. That was Blitz.
Yeah, Blitz.
That
Yeah,
was
that's what I'm talking about.
That was Dr. Blitz and Globe Man.
Globe Man. Globe Man. Have you talked to
Yeah.
Globe Man?
Yeah. We catch up every once in a while. He's kind of taking a step back from this as well. But yeah, we catch up once in a while on some stuff. I'm
Hey,
getting
so
back into it.
what's the deal with Artemis?
I don't know. It's gonna go up. It's gonna go up in April. April 1st. They're targeting. So
That's a joke, right? That's a joke.
what do you mean?
April Fools.
Oh, it's gonna be April Fool's Day. It won't go up April 1st, I'm sure, but it'll go up in April at some point.
Okay.
They're gonna send. Yeah, it's they're gonna orbit the moon. You know,
Right. Right.
the beautiful part
So
about it is this is gonna be the first mission where they're using the new laser communication system, which they've been testing for the last few years on various satellites, ISS, deep spacecraft. This laser communication system is going to enable high definition video transfer.
okay. And it
So,
would be will it be I'm guessing it's going to be, you know, optimized for I guess civilian experiments, or what is it called? Like not it's not going to be just
well, the video itself. So, in the past, right? NASA relies on their S-band radio communication system, which is the same system they used in the 60s. It's radio transmission towers big radio dishes, all transmitting over the S-band frequency, and it works. That's fine, but it's low bandwidth. They can't transmit a lot of data over it, so they tend to prioritize naturally. They prioritize mission critical systems over video transfer.
Of
Right.
course, yeah.
So they need to communicate. They need to figure all that. They need to make sure all that's stable, and they're not prioritizing. Oh, hey, look at all this beautiful stuff over the video transmission. So this will allow them to do it all. So they can transmit over like 300 megabits per second, like pretty much high speed internet on Earth.
Okay.
Right. So we're going to get live high definition video feed of the mission while it's happening. It's the bottom line. So that's to me the big thing about Artemis too, because they're going to have that going on the spacecraft. So we're going to see I think a lot better footage of what's going on. Of course, flat earthers will just say it's AI, or they're going to say it looks too good now. So
yeah, that's the horrible crux on technology, is that the better ability we have to go to the moon, the better ability we have to fake going to the moon, I guess. Does it make sense?
Right. Well, so what they did, it's what they do, right? They go, why can't NASA even give us high definition footage? Right? Why does it look so bad? Right? Why is the footage so bad? And then when you give them high definition footage, they're going to just say, well, wow, now it looks too good. Why does it look so good? Why does everything look high definitions? Right? It's got to be fake. It looks too good. Right? So
yeah,
that's just what they do.
It's either extreme.
Right.
What would you think about setting up a satellite on the moon? Our satellite has a satellite, our natural satellite. Would that cost too much money? Would it be an easy thing to do?
A satellite for satellite or what? Anyway.
Like a satellite on the moon.
I thought the moon already had a satellite.
There you go. See, I didn't know that.
They have they have a bunch of satellites. They are a lunar reconnaissance orbiter, which is NASA's, and India has one. I'm sure China. I'm sure China has one. I'm not sure if they do or not, but I'm sure they do. So there's been footage. Both of those craft, the India Lunar Orbiter and NASA's Lunar Orbiter, have both taken footage of the Apollo landing sites, which have shown the landing craft, the tracks from the lunar rovers on the ground. They've shown all of it from orbit. So interesting stuff there. What is the Indian one called? Chandra? I think it's Chandra. I don't remember. Chandrayaan? Something like that. But yeah, they definitely both confirmed the Apollo landing.
And they weren't trying to disprove the Apollo landing. They were just doing their own thing, or was it?
No, well, so the NASA's lunar orbiter is mapping the entire lunar surface, in part preparation for the future landings. Right, they're looking for future landing sites. Wait, Damo's got it. It's Chandrayaan 3. And I don't know if I have to say that. Do I have to say that with an Indian accent?
Chandrayaan
3. You guys can help me out with that, but yeah. So they're mapping the ground for future landing sites is what they're doing. But they happen to photograph the Apollo landing sites, a bunch of them.
That's why we get people all the time that say, "Oh, we can take pictures of the landing site from Earth."
No, you can't.
They're really just those orbiters taking the pictures.
Yeah, that's definitely a common Glober thing that I've I've corrected every time I see it, but definitely an issue that they say you cannot put up a telescope on Earth and see the landing sites. You can't resolve something that small with a telescope from Earth, unfortunately. It would have to be miles. The mirror would have to be miles wide to do that. But they have done it from Lunar Orbiter, which is like a Google Earth satellite, right? It's orbiting the moon and taking pictures of small things on the surface.
Okay, so like for example, could you you're saying miles, and so the lunar orbiter is what, like maybe 20 by 20 foot
Yeah.
across?
Yep.
Um, well, let's say that they had the rover, the lunar rover, and it was just dropping like a red sand or something or whatever, and it made like a big X. Why wouldn't they do that? Why wouldn't they do the like something that's miles across
Why? Why?
pick up?
Why put in that effort?
Well, just to kind of like a mark, like a X marks the spot kind of deal.
But why? I mean, the thing NASA isn't trying to prove that they're on Mars. They're just
Or the moon.
on Mars.
No, we're talking about the moon. Like
Either way, yeah.
you could shoot,
Yeah,
like
doesn't matter
for
which.
example, like it's like the same thing as like shooting a flare. Like if you shoot a flare and you can see it, like it's kind of the same thing as like you can mark your spot, like
But they've taken footage from lunar orbit, right? So why spend millions upon millions of dollars to build a telescope, the size of New York to just so you could film, the lunar lander, right? They've done it from lunar orbit,
yeah.
right? So you got to remember, like they're not trying, like Ammon's saying, they're not trying to prove the Earth is
It's
round or the lunar or the
yeah.
moon landings happened. They're not trying to prove that.
Yeah,
Sure,
they incidentally assumed that it was redundant to prove that they were landing on the moon, so they didn't think about doing those little extra steps just to kind of quail the doubters, I guess.
yeah. Well, look, if you follow the theme of what's been going on, right? It doesn't matter what evidence you prove that you show the doubters, right? They're doubting because they want to doubt it. So you can show them whatever you want, they're not going to believe it.
Right. Yeah.
All right.
Gotcha. Yeah. This is not to cater to the doubters. It's to cater to science, is what you're saying.
Right. They're just doing what they're doing to cater to science, right? And then they wonder why they think NASA should be catering to the doubters. And honestly,
Right.
they don't care about the doubters, understandably.
Of course. Yeah. They 100% understandable.
All right.
And it's that line of I guess the sequence of those actions call it, like it propagates doubters.
Well, doubt propagates doubters because they want to just they're contrarians. They want to doubt everything. So check this out. So this is a little thing I did the other day with some LED lights shining on my ceiling and floor all around my room. And then I took a 360-degree camera and placed it on this ball and spun it. And I got these star trails. This would be star trails. And they match. Oh, good. My live visibility is restricted. Oh, no shit. Okay. So this is the equatorial star trails. This is what they would look like. and this is what it looks like in reality, strangely enough. If you look to the northern hemisphere, you get the rotations around Polaris. There's the central point of Polaris. I wish I could point at this fucking thing. And then if I look down, there's Sigma Octantis and the southern central point of rotation. So here's star trails on a globe that match reality, modeled on a small scale. Something flat earthers can't ever do. And here's the counterclockwise rotation in the north and the clockwise rotation in the south.
Oh yeah. Well, have you thought of the personal dome of vision?
I didn't think of that. Unfortunately, I didn't think of the personal dome of magic vision. But yeah.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah, I thought that was
You know what's ironic?
pretty.
That's pretty sophisticated. You know what's ironic is that the dumbest experiments are easier to understand than the smartest ones. They prove the dumbest experiences prove more than the smartest ones. For flat earthers.
Yeah, well, I agree. I try to keep what I show to them as simple as possible. As a matter of fact, when I do most of my demonstrations, I use my kids' toys because I feel, toys most closely represent the maturity of a flat earther.
So just a heads up, like the wet ball was a super dumb on coming from a Glover. That was the dumbest experiment. Like that shouldn't prove anything, but it's funny that flat earthers thought of it like an offense or something. Like that's one of the just crazy.
Well, look, flat earthers commonly say that water cannot stick to the outside of a ball. They commonly say that water cannot create a sphere on the outside of a spinning ball, right? Now, that's all I did was show them that it does stick to a ball, right? Like, but that's how stupid it is. Like, if I was bald and I got out of the shower, water would be stuck to my head. And my head's kind of round, right? Water can stick to a ball, right? It can it's surface tension at this scale and adhesion. It's not gravity, right? But
at that point, it's not. It's like the experiment. Like Glober saw that was surface tension. That had nothing to do with gravity.
There's nothing to do with gravity, and I said that in my video. I explicitly said it's not gravity. But the point is, there are forces at this small scale that can make water stick to the outside of a sphere. It can stick to the outside of anything, right? At certain scales, right? At this scale. That was all I was doing.
No, yeah. It's a soluble. It wants to. Yeah, it's a definite soluble. So it has definitely a lot of sticking power. Yeah.
I wasn't trying to prove gravity in that, but
It's just showing that forces can make water conform to the surface of a ball.
Yeah, that's all it is. But they don't understand that there are forces. They don't understand what forces are to begin with. Yeah, so.
No, but it is
Excuse me.
definitely good to see you back. It's definitely to see. You're probably not gonna be back for too long. You're probably just gonna pop up here and there, or what are you thinking?
I don't know, man. I'm feeling like I'm back.
Who's your favorite Glober right now? Is it
Oh, give me some options. What do we got?
Robert? Robert, the the actual scientist, like the one that actually does experiments, the one that freaking murdered Caleb. You remember that one? I
No.
don't know if you, oh, you don't. Oh my gosh, it was so great. Like I watched his. He recorded the live, and he posted it, and he freaking murdered him so bad. It was so good to watch.
Oh, Bob the Science Guy?
Yeah, Bobby.
Yeah. Yeah, I posted those on my channel. When Bob was first, he just got on TikTok.
Yeah,
He was
yeah,
brand new on TikTok, and I
yeah. He
posted.
didn't know what the hell he was doing. He didn't know what the hell he
Yeah,
was doing, but he got on and he was freaking
yeah,
showing him
yeah.
up.
He tore apart Caleb. That was good. I posted those for him. I asked, and I helped. They went viral on my channel. That's now gone because that
Yes,
got banned.
yes.
My page got
Ah,
banned, but they went viral for him, and he got a ton of followers from that, which was great for him. Yeah, that was good. I don't know what my favorite Glober is. I don't know. It's hard to it's hard to nail one down. I'm just glad they're there's a ton of new ones. I don't even know who they are. You know that are on here and taking up the fight, which is great. That's all I want. When I disappeared, and then there was with no hesitation. There was just fucking people filling in and fighting the battle and taking it to the Flerfs. So that's all I want.
yeah. I mean, it's a fun conversation. It's mostly conversation than anything, but gosh, man, it was the good old days.
I do miss the good old days. I won't lie. I miss the good old days. Shit was fun. Definitely more fun back then. Now there's a lot of drama. These Flerfs love drama.
Well, right now, I think that you're a little bit more reserved. You're a little bit more like you don't want to lose your channel kind of deal, or what? What are you thinking?
I don't think so. I, I I don't think I'm reserved. I don't know. If you want to, I'm trying to have. I don't know. I'm trying to put on a show for people, right? So like, I can't just if I just fucking yell at someone, they're just gonna leave, right? Eh, You know.
Yes.
So
Yeah. You're gonna ruin the conversation.
it's not that I'm trying to be reserved, like they're morons, right? But I'm trying to play along, so they don't leave, and we can have a little conversation about shit, right? It's unfortunately it comes off as you're 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 placating them. You're giving them a platform, right? You're you know justifying their existence, but I know there's no other way to do it. There's no other way to do it. You
So
call you call them
you've
morons
been
too soon, they're just gonna could bounce, right?
but you've been gone. You've been gone. So I think me and you had a little conversation way back when. I think it was you probably don't remember it, but
I don't think so.
I'm not a and you've attested to this a little bit earlier, but you hate Globers giving the wrong information. I think a little bit.
I mean, yeah, if you're giving the wrong information, you should be corrected. then that goes for everybody, man. If I say
Globers
something's
and
wrong,
flat earthers alike. Yeah, Globers and flat earthers alike. Yeah.
yeah, sure. Like Globers love this. Not Globers, but like I've heard, you know, I've heard misinformation from the Globe side too, and yeah, I'll correct them. Actually, that's one of the things we were just talking about, right? And Globers say, oh, you can even see the Apollo landing sites
Exactly.
from a
Yes.
telescope,
Yes.
right? That's one of the big
you
ones.
can't.
You
You
can't.
can't do that.
You can't.
Yeah,
So
I think it's more important to correct Globers when they're wrong because it shows that it's about truth, not about dogma, which
It
a lot of the
definitely.
flat earthers refuse to do.
I agree with that.
Yeah, they're loyal to a fault, and so flat earthers will adhere to so many different beliefs that sometimes it doesn't coincide with faith. Like flat earthers are so many different sects, not sections, but sects.
Ooh,
S E
sex.
C S E SEC, not SEX.
Talk slower.
Speaking of, and I am sad that I have a speaking of for this topic, I just did a debate on modern day debates today with Nathan Thompson.
You did not.
I
No, you
did.
didn't. No, you didn't.
Did you have to pay him?
No, no, he didn't. I didn't have to pay him.
When was this?
Just got done about an hour ago.
What the?
That son of a fucking bitch. Every time I ask him for a debate, he's like, "Yeah, pay me $700."
I went through modern day debates directly.
All right. Well, how'd that go? I gotta go watch that now.
Well, about 30 seconds into his opener, he puts up a video that he is in the process of editing that has a lot to do with the sects, but only the other word
What?
of him and a girl.
What?
If it's up on the screen for about a second before he pulls it down.
What?
What the heck are you talking
So
about?
this is gonna be on modern day debate. This is gonna be on there.
James said that he was going to take it down. I don't know if he has or not, but it's right at the beginning of his opener after mine. It pops up on accident, and then he quickly moves away and pretends he doesn't know what's going on.
That's great.
It was
I
nasty.
Oh, I see it. All right. Let's see.
Don't show it
Don't
because it's
do
going to
it.
get your live
Don't
taken
do
down.
it. Yeah, you're gonna get your live
All
taken.
right. I'm just looking on my other screen here. Let's see.
Hey everybody.
Who went first? You or him?
I did. He threw a fit when I tried to have him go first. He screamed and yelled that he was going to shove the ball down my throat,
Oh,
which
who
he ended
got,
up shoving something else
who's
somewhere
got the
else.
bingo card up?
That's me. I got bingo within 5 minutes of the back and forth.
Oh my god! All right, I gotta go look at this later and see if you put this down.
Hotel. Here can build suction test flat earth truth. Thank you very much for that opening. Thank you very much for that. But before we
Stupid
do,
James probably took it down.
Also,
So what?
couple quick
All right,
housekeeping things besides that.
It was
DebateCon
him
8,
doing
the
something with
location and the exact
chick?
date will be
Yep,
emailed
yep.
to those in our
It looked like he was in an editing video or a video editing software and accidentally left it up when he turned on his screen share.
editing software. What was he making? A sex tape?
That sounds like it.
Hey, props for him for actually getting a chick. Good for him.
Oh god.
Yeah, I'm scarred
Not
for
good.
life, and so I had
That's
to.
not good. That is not good.
Hopefully, he doesn't have to knock the doors down of this one. in anger, like you did with the last one. Oh
Okay,
man.
so Globy,
Did you?
Globy McGlowface. I have a. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Well, I was going to have Globy go
Oh,
look
look, it's
into
Max.
go look at the back and forth.
I'm gonna watch this later. Yeah. I'm gonna watch this.
Well, just real
Hello.
quick, just go to it and see what I'm wearing.
Wait. Oh wait. Go to it and see what you're. Oh my god.
I want to see it now. I
Okay.
want to see
All
the
right.
video.
I'll put
That
it
you
up.
can share.
All right, I'll share this. All right. Window capture. What's up, Max?
Hello. I just wanted to tell you that you do have, in case James already basically removed it, you do have the screenshot on your Discord. I got you, buddy.
Oh, you got. Thank you, buddy. Thank you.
Something to back up your claim.
There's always someone looking out. Appreciate it. Look, so it appears to me that you went into this debate wearing a duck suit. Is that correct?
That's
Yeah.
yep, absolutely correct. I
No,
made a duck
no
suit.
way, no way. What?
Boss.
That's boss move. It's a boss. You had to pay for that. You had to pay for that.
That's fucking
I
great.
made that with my own two hands over the course of a week.
No, you did not. It looks so well made, so there's no way that you paid.
I bought the fabric. I made the design and then sewed it.
Look how sad he looks. He looks so sad.
He had zero fun in that debate. He was so mad.
Amon, I wanted to let you know that PhD Tony wanted to congratulate you. That's why he was coming up. But we missed that. But I wanted to relay that message that Tony congratulated you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I had to pop out because I wanted to open up I was in my bedroom debating, and so I wanted to open up. I'm now upstairs trying to be as quiet as I can. So
Right. No
We're all trying to
problem.
be quiet.
It-
We're all
I
trying
know
to be
it's
quiet.
late.
In his defense, in his background, he looks like he's in a trailer.
he
In
is.
his caravan. He always debates from the caravan, the flatmobile.
But he lost that. He had to give that back. So which is he in now?
He said that it was a rich dude gave it to him.
Oh, I thought the rich dude
Yep.
took it back, though. He was complaining about it because the rich dude took it back. I get me, or maybe I don't know. Maybe I heard wrong.
I guess not. But that cloth that you see behind him is a flat Earth map that he hung over the windshield so people couldn't see what he's doing.
Yes.
Horrible.
Globy, I'll
Horrible.
send you another version of the screenshot that I sent you, which is the redacted one. So you can have both. You can have your fun with them.
Please do. That would be great.
No, you don't want to see the original.
I mean, I did send you the original too.
No.
I'm more sad Nathan won't fucking debate me. Come on, man. Let's have some fun, chicken boy.
Or proof that you bro.
I also debated Nathan for free with FTFE. The one I'm trying to get to debate me is Caleb, and he keeps running away from me. And you know what his deflection is? Is according to him, I can't speak English properly, which is
Come on.
like, dude, I have my audience is all English speakers. Of course, I speak English properly. What are you talking about? But that's his deflection.
Yeah.
I think you speak English just as much as he does.
Yeah. I mean, I offered him, okay, well, let's take a test. Let's take the proficiency test, which is the highest test for ESL, and let's see who's better at this shit.
I can understand you better than I can understand him. So.
Well, I've been studying English for 31 years now, so you know. But yeah, that's the deflection.
So it's not an echo chamber right now, but it's a good conversation. It's let's cause a little bit of ruffle. You want to cause a little bit of ruffle?
It's
Globy?
only an echo chamber because there's no flat earthers in the request box.
I know.
Oh,
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I know. But let's cause a little bit of ruffle or no?
Sure. Wait, what's the problem?
So the problem is, so there obviously there's shills, and I think that you hate shills, you despise them because they make money. They make money. They propagate false information.
Yep.
What about the innocent? What about the innocent people, like the people that actually believe that it's a flat Earth and they have like misinformation, and then we come in and we just immediately call them morons. We call them idiots. We call them lack of information people. What do you think about that?
Someone said Caleb wants to join. Is Caleb really here?
He's not in my guest box, so
Caleb, click that request button.
We'll see if he's man enough. He's blocked me on all of his accounts because he doesn't want to talk to me.
There's
I'm
no
sorry.
way that Caleb's
If Caleb comes
there's
on, I
no
have
way.
dibs.
There's no way
I'll
that
just,
Caleb's here.
he can come up. I'll just shut up. You guys can just go up. That's fine.
How about it, Max?
There's no way. There's no way that Caleb's here.
No, he's not here.
Yesterday I tried. We set up on the Equinox. We set up a stream, and unfortunately the weather screwed me over. But we will try it again in 6 months. The idea was to stream my sunset from here, Montevideo, Uruguay, and Icy Spin in Tallahassee, Florida, and watch the sun, how the sun at the same time goes opposite ways. But a massive cloud shelf rolled up so thick that you couldn't even see the hot spot of the sun, like through the clouds, like you can see it regularly. Caleb! Caleb! Come to me, baby boy. Caleb, stop running. Click the link. Click the button.
He thinks he's the numbers draw here, Caleb.
Aww. Caleb, if you come here, let me just tell you what's going to happen. You're going to get absolutely dog walked by a freaking third worlder whose native language isn't even English and who is at this very moment barefoot. So, I mean, I would come up if I were you, because otherwise, there's the same thing, the same situation, just that same guy is going to call you a coward.
It's pretty clear that Caleb isn't making any more money, so he has to come up on Glober's lives to.
Well,
we
I
got
popped
MX
in
Racer up
and listened to his live earlier today, or like 20 minutes ago, and he was just shooting the breeze with a flat earther because he's blocked all the Globers, and now he's over here begging for attention over here, demanding us to be kicked.
Yeah, he can only get like newbie Globers who like have no idea what's going on. That's all he can get in his lives now. Where is he?
Come on, Caleb.
I think he left already. I don't even.
No, Caleb.
Oh, he's talking.
No, you come on here. Why run away? I'm not going to go to your freaking live so you can just mute me every time you want. I told you I want to debate you on a neutral platform. I don't. What part of that is it that you don't understand? Is it the neutral? It means where you and I don't have control over the mute button.
All right, Caleb.
And platform just refers to TikTok, YouTube.
Hey,
Caleb,
Caleb, we're gonna mute.
Ammon and me will mute. I won't say a word, and you and MX can have it. No mute. Neutral platform. Come on up, buddy.
Come on.
You do mute your guests. Don't lie.
You do, Caleb. Everyone knows that, and you're going to get your ass handed to you so hard that you will kick me immediately.
Invite sent, Caleb. Invite sent. Come on up. I'm gonna go get a drink. Maybe make some Eggos. You guys have at it. You guys have at it. Because seriously, I can't explain what perspective is to you for the 100th fucking time again anyway, so.
You got some Eggos in the icebox?
I do.
Oh, man.
They're for my kids, but you know what? My kids never eat them, So I eat
Lego, hey, do what? Lego my ego, man.
them. Lego my ego.
Oh, look, and wait. Oh no, it's not. Never mind. Caleb, come on, I'm waiting. Do I need to make a chicken soup to debate you, Caleb?
I
You
have
know
one
I'll
you
do
can
it.
have.
I invited him. He clearly denied. So
Oh,
what a shame. And he's not commenting, so I think he's gone. Yeah, he's gone. I can't even invite him again.
thanks for the
Man,
clip, though, Caleb. Now I have like actual video evidence of you literally running away from me. Thank you.
why is it so bad? He goes 3-on-1. By the way, like we do that shit all the time. I go into lives and go like 8-on-1. The more, the better.
Because he knows it's not fair, and so he will only do it in his live where he can make it
Oh,
unfair for him.
oh, Caleb's on the Fred model. He's on the Fred model. Only in his live with his control and his mute button.
Mm-hmm. You know what I call that? It's the alternative word to describe a cat.
Does it start with a P?
Ooh, okay.
Yes.
Okay, I'm with you.
I don't know what
More,
you can and cannot say on TikTok, and I have a little bit of a potty mouth, so I'm trying
more
to
like a
behave.
female dog or a cat.
That also, yeah, that could also apply, yes. I don't know if you've
I'm
been paying
sorry.
attention to your chat on the YouTube, but you have a what with all capital letters. One of the most derpy people that exist in all of the freaking globe.
You are denying the internal combustion engine, pneumatic tires, and hydraulic brakes, all of which prove pressure requires a vessel. Oh my
Oh,
god.
oh, to that person who said that, let me ask you.
That was
Oh, it's
what?
what? Let me ask what? You say that it requires a vessel. Where is the vessel between the bottom of Mount Everest at 1 atmosphere of pressure and the top of Mount Everest at 0.3 atmospheres of pressure? I'll wait.
More importantly, were you saying Caleb's a cunt?
Me?
No,
No, I would never
no.
say that.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to make
If
sure.
this was a P or a B.
A P or a B?
Oh, all right. My
I
bad.
don't regularly use that word. It doesn't do much for me. The
No?
C bomb. No.
I like it. I like it.
So what I'm saying is, I guess ultimately is that we do need to have a little bit of not sympathy, but understanding and maybe a little bit more patient whenever we're talking to actual people that are confused as far as the shape of the earth.
I agree, but those people are not in the lives asking questions. Those people are, if anything, in the comments or just like happen to scroll by a video or something, right? It's very rare that those people really seeking answers and are confused and just want to know the truth are in a live asking questions. That it's just not. It's not happening. Not happening.
Let me ask you, to keep the conversation going to each one of you, what is your favorite globe evidence?
Globe evidence.
Hmm?
Hmm. Uh,
My favorite
you guys go
globe
ahead
evidence.
first. Yeah.
Sorry. So my favorite one, since somebody spoke up, it would definitely have to be that I can measure the shape of something using instruments, regardless of the surface. So for flat earthers, they typically render their argument to using the ocean or what water does. You can be in Arizona or Kentucky and you can still measure the shape of the earth based upon what the readings give you using instrument. And so that's one of the things, like, you don't have to have water. Like, the water could be completely evacuated from Earth. You could still measure the shape of it. You can still measure the shape of it. Water is not needed to measure the shape of the Earth.
Indeed. Aman, what's your favorite globe evidence?
My favorite is always Star Trails in the South. There's
Oh
no
yeah.
way they can answer that without magical dome of vision that magically bends light back 180 degrees. That's that's kind of my go-to. They just can't do it, and so they'll always start off with, "You're trying to prove the shape of the ground with lights in the sky," and that's always, when they say that, they know that they're losing that argument.
But
Mm-hmm.
they go back to the don't look up, don't look up, look down at the shape. Like,
Yep.
that's what they go to. That's why
Yep.
I
And
don't
then
like going to the stars. Don't go to the moon. Don't go to the sun. Just go to the place that you're standing on.
I like both. I like the Southern Star Trails as I'm usually the resident Southerner wherever I am, right? So that is pretty cool, and they always have to lie about the South to try and make some point. And the other one that I really like is reciprocal zenith angles. Baron Rutledge measuring the salt flats in Utah, and the fact that the salt flats are not flat. And I also have a measurement of the salt flats in Bolivia, the Uyuni salt flat. And guess what? Those are also not flat. I love that.
I don't know if I believe you, but yeah. Just kidding. Right? Reciprocal zenith angles are, yeah, definitely probably my favorite. That, and I think the path of the sun.
Uh-huh.
I think that's very easy for them to understand, even though they don't understand it. So maybe I'm
With the
wrong.
Right.
shoulders, like where it sets and where it rises.
Yeah, like if you're in the southern hemisphere, if you cross the equator, no matter where you are, no matter what time of year, the sun will set from your right to your left, which is north to south. It sets in this path, right? And
Oh, I
if you
can turn on my camera, but can I show you an image so you can put up on screen? I got
sure.
this just today from someone. I won't burn them onto who they are. I've sent you the image on Discord. Watch out because you have the other screenshots before you pull it up.
Okay.
We don't want to get you in
Oh, yeah,
trouble.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I do want to go see
So,
those.
so when you pull it up, I'll ask the question.
I don't think I'm sharing this screen right now, so we should be all right.
No, you're not. We're fine
All right.
so far. We can see the green thing.
Bum, 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 bum. Let's see this. Oh,
You saw it, right?
you see it.
He pulled this up on a debate.
On
Uh
a
huh.
debate, yes.
And I had it up on my big monitor, and I was like
Oh no.
inches
I
away
was
from it.
watching this.
It was just,
I was watching
oh.
this and it went by like so fast and I was like, wait, was that? And I clicked the back arrow once and it's like, oh yeah, I saw what I saw.
All right, but you got the version here where you put the blue squigglies all over everything.
Oh yes, that should be safe.
All right, let's do that one for the audience because they're dying to know.
They
And it
are,
was it
bro.
was just like slow motion for me. It popped up, and it was like, it seemed like 5 seconds that it was up. And I was just, what is happening right now.
That is it. Yes.
So he pulled this up in the middle in the middle of a debate.
Yeah, it looks like he was editing it. So, I mean, the question remains,
Where did
how
it
can we
go?
get his OF?
Oh my god. What is that? People are asking. Well, if let me how do I explain this? Well, so this is a person. Wait, you can't see my cursor, can you?
It's two people. Two people.
It's two people, yeah.
Yeah. How do I? Can I? Fucking Christ with these things. Let's see if I can add. Oh, capture cursor. There we go. All right, should be able to see my cursor now. Maybe.
It's Nathan Thompson breaking one of the 10 Commandments.
So this is a friend of his, and this is him, and this is where the naughty bits are.
Someone potentially named Alex.
Ooh, Alex. So it could
Yes.
be a him.
Could be.
It could be a him. We don't know. But to pull this up during debate is very interesting.
Very.
Oh my god. Oh, this makes me so happy.
That's why I hopped on, because I knew you would get a kick out of it.
Oh well, thank you for bringing that to my attention, and thank you for sending me the blue squiggly lined version.
Oh, I'm sorry. I know that was traumatic, but I had to.
Oh no, not traumatic at all.
All right, can you pull up the next one that I sent you?
Yeah. I closed Discord though, because I'm an idiot. Hold on. All right. Oh god, I'm showing it. No, I'm not. All right. Oh yes, I am.
Yes, you are.
Oh my god.
Quickly, click on the other one.
All right. I pulled it off. Woo. Anybody catch that? No screenshots. I'm so getting kicked off now. All right. Where'd it go? There's so much happening right now. I got too much happening. All right. All right. Right, the next one you sent me is just a radio telescope. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
Okay.
Pull it up, please.
All right, I will try, and I'll try to keep the other thing off my screen. I'm having trouble though. All right, where'd it go? Oh shit, Discord. Where is it? I think I dragged it off. So now, how do I get it back? All right, let me just delete it.
Colby, I am honored to be on your live. And you are a legend. You're a legend, but at the same time, you're freaking.
Don't
You're a joke. You're a butthole, right? You're a jerk. Would you say that about yourself?
Right. So the question that someone sent me, that thing cost roughly $1.3 million. And what I would like to ask a flat earther, and I will in my next debate, is like, what is that for? What's the purpose of building that thing, which costs $1.3 million? And that is a photo of the main dish at the Canberra Deep Space Communications Center.
Well, because whoever built that, it cost them, $30,000, and they just took the rest of the money and got rich off of it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's pointing into nothing. It's pointing into, the Bermuda Triangle.
Or it's a gigantic direct TV antenna, so you can get all of the TV from all over the world, I guess.
Yes, people, there's a Discord. If you go to my fucking Discord, it's Globy McGlobeface. It's not complicated. It's all the same name. YouTube, same name. TikTok, same name. And if you're lucky enough, I'll post the images that we were talking about on the Discord.
Anime Racist asks, why is it pointing straight? That's where it was pointed right now, but that thing is a marvel of engineering, and it rotates 360 degrees and then also like sways every which way. So that's how I mean, I have a photo of it pointing straight up if you would like to see that, but
why does that matter? What? It's such an irrelevant objection. That's all they have is irrelevant objections. Pointed at 30 degrees up, and then I'll believe you.
all right, minor correction. That is the main dish. It's different to the one that I have the picture of that's pointing up, and the one that I have the picture that's pointing up cost 1.3 million in 1965.
Is this
That
which
would
one is
be
this? Is this the one in Australia? No, I don't. Doesn't
that.
look like
Yes,
it.
that's the one in
There
Australia.
it is.
Canberra deep dish,
Yeah.
main dish at the Canberra Deep Space Communications Center.
Okay.
So
This
it's
is
kind of
also
fun
why
because
you know when you say you can't get cell service outside of your city, right? This is also why like this is an omnidirectional antenna pointed right directly at the moon or wherever they're operating that they need a signal, right? Speaking of the moon landing, this would have been pointed right at the moon, right? So they're getting direct communications from the moon by pointing this at it. You know, you might get cell service outside of the city better if you had one of these pointed at your face. You know,
very
but
very
they don't
good
use it.
very good example is like the asteroid, or it was a meteor that hit Ohio, and then you want to look at the angle that it hit and at the speed that it hit, and then how it dissipated across the atmosphere because of the speed that it was going at. So that's another
Oh my god.
fun little situation that you want to look at that.
Oh my god. How does that keep happening?
Well, but did you see the asteroid?
I saw something looked like an asteroid. I saw an ass.
So, but you also saw, like, you can tell, like, if particles are falling from the, let's say, the quote unquote firmament, they're not gonna be able to gain speed at the way that that asteroid fell.
Well, what is it falling off of? Is it falling off of the firmament? It's like, is it a piece of the firmament breaking off?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Right.
even if there was a piece of firmament, it wouldn't have the enough time to gain speed to fall at the rate that it fell.
Right. It wouldn't, but like more importantly, what the hell is this magic piece of, you know, is it like a hunk of shit from God that he scratched off his fucking grundle? Like what's falling off?
Yeah, for example, shows that the problem with stuff like Joe Hamby's model is that it's just a reflection of the stars in the north, completely ignoring that we have a whole set of different stars in the south.
Yeah, right. It's a reflection. And actually, if you look at his stupid model, the stars are actually rotating in the same direction. They're both rotating clockwise. So he doesn't even represent it correctly. But you know, I don't know if you saw this, Max.
Yes, I saw it.
You just called it some green stuff earlier. Some green stuff. So insulting.
I'm sorry. I'll be better. I'll do better.
It's all right. It's all right. It's not just
It's a great demonstration.
It's not just some green stuff. Yeah, so like Johan, if you can't do this, like this answers every question, every single question about Star Trails.
Yeah. It even answers the question of why the sun goes in opposite ways
Right. That
in
too.
the north and the south.
Yeah.
Like I brought this up. I joined one of Oakley's shows, and I brought that up. And the only objection is like, oh well, you're looking at different stuff. I was like, no, you're looking at the sunset, so you're both looking west.
Right. The
So it
sun's
doesn't, that deflection, it's not relative. Left and right, when you're both looking west, become absolute.
right in the sun's hemisphere here. Right. You see. I don't know if you can. You see my cursor? No. Let's try that. Can you see my cursor now?
Nope.
Just testing things out. Let's see. It says capture cursor. Yes. You saw. All right. Whatever. But in the bottom half of the screen here, right? This is why the sun sets downward towards the south.
Right, from right to left.
It's curving down. It's literally curving down. It's just based on our perspective.
Yep.
At the equator, it's vertical. And then, I wish I could freaking point at this thing. Oh, shit. And then, oh my God, whatever. And then at the north, it's curving up, right? It curves, the sun sets to the north, this way.
From left to right.
To the
Yep.
north. This is my north. I'm looking west. That's north. It sets to my north. In that arc, that's the top half of the screen. The bottom half of the screen, it sets this way to my south. To my left, that's this part of the screen. It's so fucking simple. Works.
Yep. And I do have to thank Jaren for giving me that argument. And even though my live stream yesterday failed, we're going to try again in 6 months for the next equinox.
Oh yeah, what were you doing?
Oh, yesterday, I told you I went to the waterfront here in Montevideo, Uruguay, and I streamed with Icy Spin. We were both looking at the sunset and showing, like, streaming it going in opposite directions at the same time. The problem is that as I got out of my house, beautiful day, I got on an Uber to go to the waterfront, and halfway through, such a gigantic, thick cloud shelf came on that I couldn't even see the hotspot of the sun through the cloud. So it ruined my stream. But we're going to try it again in 6 months until we actually get it.
All right, good. Good.
Yeah, we're not giving up.
No, that'd be a good observation.
Senior Jefe says, I can hear it now. You think shining lights in the wall proves a glow? Now, that's fine if everyone said the same thing, but you have another camp of flat earthers, the etherapologists, Alan and Shame, who want to prove flat earth with the celestial theodolite nonsense. So evidently, the lights in the sky can prove the shape of the earth. Flat earthers are trying to do that. They're failing, but they're trying. I don't know if you know about that, if you're familiar with Alan and Shame.
Oh yeah, I am. Well, I mean, they're stuck on their celestial theodolite or whatever they call it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, that garbage.
So if you obviously Globers can understand the image you're showing. Flat earthers do not understand so many things. They don't comprehend so many things. So it's very difficult to talk to them. Do you understand that? Do you understand, like, before you go into an argument, that they don't understand?
Oh, yeah, for sure. That's why I try to keep it, to the simple stuff.
Yeah.
Versus. Obviously, Globy has an insurmountable amount of information that he can look at, and then he can derive his opinion from that information. And he's a Globy. But it's not information that he's worked for. It's not information that he did himself. It's not something. He didn't go to the moon. He didn't go. He didn't. He didn't. Inject satellites. So that's one of
Well,
the things that we
but you
have.
don't need to go to the moon to do things yourself, right? Like I've measured the distance to the moon and the sun myself.
Oh yeah.
You don't have to go there to do that, right? Like this little experiment is me verifying that star trails only work on a globe, right? Like I specifically try not to invoke NASA in the things I do because I know flat
Hmm.
earthers don't accept government sources, right? So
Of course, yes.
yeah, so I don't tend to bring those up very often. Um, yeah, I mean, most of
I
this
know
shit
because it
I've done
gets
myself.
dismissed out of hand.
Yeah, it's just
I do sometimes like to actually bring up something like that because it shows their hypocrisy. Within the same breath that they will reject your images from NASA, they will tell you, oh, but NASA published this document that says that the Earth is flat. Completely misunderstanding the document
right.
and
Like why something
completely misunderstanding everything, showing they have a double standard for everything.
well they haven't taken a science course. They've never studied any topic or field in science to understand what a scientific paper would do with something like an assumption, right? They don't know what an assumption is, right? Or a
Right.
stated list of givens, or they don't know what any of these things. So yeah,
Of course, but you don't know yourself. Like you don't automatically know the structure of a hypothesis. You don't know the what the steps to take to actually make an experiment relative, like that you could write a paper on. So that's one of the things that Globies do. Or we do. One of the things that we do is that we just we're assuming that the things before us are true. The things that we're told are true, and so that's one of the things that flat earthers fight is that we have insurmountable amount of evidence, but we didn't gather that evidence ourselves, and so it's just one of those things like you can't write off on it. You can't sign a paper that you did that thing. You did that thing. You were present. And it goes both ways because you see flat earthers, they're on the they're in Michigan and they're seeing the Chicago skyline, but it's just one person doing that experiment. It's one person. It's not a scientific experiment. It's not a valid experiment. It's just one person doing that experiment at a certain time, at a certain place, at a certain height, at a certain position, to where they just assume that one person can do the experiment, and if they see the Chicago skyline, then it's true. It's like a true thing, but it's just one person taking that or doing that or observing that.
it is. Uh,
Globy, for example. So
That up.
you have done the work. You have done the work. I mean, like I'm not saying that you haven't done the work, but at the same time, a lot of the work that you do is based upon the work that other people have done versus
There's a very
you
simple
just
counter argument to this, though,
versus you
because
just
that's
walking
how science works, right?
versus you just walking outside. Like let's say you're a newborn person and you walk outside and you start observing the earth without any experiments, without any information, it's very possible that you're going to assume that the earth is flat. You're going to assume that.
I would
Just
agree.
you
Yeah,
yourself by yourself.
I would agree. I would agree if I knew nothing about anything and I walked outside one day and I was maybe a kid or something. I looked up and I saw the sky moving.
Yes, yes,
I'd probably go, "Oh, look, the sky is moving," or those things in the
Right.
sky are moving, right?
right.
Okay, but that's a horrible argument.
It's not
Yeah,
horrible,
and
but
speaking to what the argument that you were making, the counter argument to the oh you didn't do it yourself, so it doesn't count. It's very simple. Flat earther, you didn't build your cell phone, you didn't build the headphones you're using, or your computer, or laid out the electricity grid in your house, or the electricity grid in your city. So we do rely on people all the time. It's a silly argument.
the,
Oh, you're muffled now.
the argument starts as soon as you start observing things. So you don't have mathematics, you don't have Isaac Newton, you don't have gravity, you
Oh,
don't
your
have anything.
sound is bad right now.
Yeah, I
Is it
can't
bad?
understand you.
If you don't have science, you don't have mathematics, you don't have any kind of backing, you just walk outside. You don't know how to use any kind of instrument. You just walk outside. What are you going to assume the shape of what you're looking at is?
But wouldn't
Well, even that has a defeater. If you live in my city, the city slopes down all the way to the coast. So I mean, it would be a ramp, an incline ramp. It's a foolish argument. Like even if they made that.
like if I was a if okay, so if like okay, so if a caveman comes across
Yes.
a car and he looks at it and goes, he's never going to figure that out, right? What is this thing? Must be magic. Does that does that mean the car isn't real, right? Or works?
No, what makes it real is his thoughts, his doubt, his understanding is what we need to observe. We don't need to observe the car. We
No,
need to
but what you're
observe
saying is because if I don't know any better and I walk outside my house and I look at the sky and I go, "Oh, look, the sky looks like it's moving. It must be moving and not the earth." Right?
no,
That's a
you're
simple
automatically
argument.
assuming that. You're automatically assuming that the guy's moving. You're
No, I'm
only
not.
because
We were
like you
taught that.
can't really.
Yeah.
No, so don't do the taught thing. Don't do the
Why
automatically
would you
the
even consider the hypothetical is so ludicrous that it doesn't even merit
it
consideration.
is. It's
You would
supposed to be
have to
ludicrous.
isolate one human and not even have like parents to care for it. Like it's silly.
The person the person that you need to isolate is yourself. You walk outside and
Why would you do
you
that? Why would you even grant the discussion of that foolish hypothetical?
it's because you need to know that the privilege that you've been granted, it's a granted privilege. Like it's you're standing on the shoulders of giants kind of deal. Like you didn't do the information yourself. You were taught this thing. Now the thing is that we it does make sense. It makes sense. It's logical for a lot of people, for anybody really. Like you don't have to have that many brain cells to understand the knowledge. But
I don't
you
know much
come
about you, but I don't know if like I consider myself a professional debater. I wouldn't even entertain a hypothetical as ludicrous as that. You have one human in isolation that has never been taught anything. What would they think? Like, who cares?
that's a good one. Yeah. So you want to have like an isolated thing, and so you see that human like trying to grow.
Oh, you're muffled again.
You can see that human trying to grow, and so it's one of the things like so.
I
I
can't make out what
can't
you're
hear you.
saying.
Can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
You might want to disconnect and reconnect maybe.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, that sounds better.
Now, yes.
Okay, so I'm just saying, like, obviously we have the upper hand, but not because we work for it. It's been given to us, so we know instruments, we know satellites, we know trips to the moon, we know trips, we know rovers on Mars. We know that, like, there is no doubt for us
If the
that
Earth was
that same person that knows these things, that same person like me, or that same person like Gobi, or that same person like you, like, without any information, we walk outside. We don't know anything. We don't know the immediate
I
shape of it.
heard the hypothetical. I just rejected. Why would someone accept such an insane hypothetical?
It's not accepting. It's what you think. It's what you think. It's like there's no immediate argument of what you think. Like, you walk outside and then you start arguing like what you see. No, no, no. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that you walk outside without any instruments, without any knowledge. You're going to
Again,
assume.
you're restating the position. I need you to answer the question, please. Why would anyone entertain an isolated human like that got to adulthood without even getting any kind of education? There's no reason to entertain anything like that. If someone just brings it up, you're perfectly justified in rejecting the hypothetical because it's pointless.
There is no rejection, because if you have a two people that walk outside and one person says it's flat and one person says it's a globe, both people don't know how to prove it. It's what I'm saying. Like, you're assuming that one person has all the information and the other person doesn't. That's what I'm saying.
nobody cares. Like the general people don't care. If I went and asked my wife if the sky proved the Earth was moving, she wouldn't have any idea how to collate those two things or correlate those two things. Right? I mean, that's not something the general people think about.
True.
It's just not like
That's something. What I'm
she thinks
asking,
north is up, right? Like it doesn't.
yeah. So what I'm asking is that you think it for yourself. What it's kind of like putting you into perspective of what flat earthers think. Like, they're essentially not basing their ideas on previous information. They're doing it just off of what they see. That's it. If
Yeah,
you
but it's
did,
again, it's a foolish argument because, for example, you don't see ultraviolet light, and yet when I go out in the sun, I get burned in less than 5 minutes. So what we
how do you
see
know?
is
How do
also
you
another
know
foolish
ultraviolet light?
argument.
How do you know ultraviolet light? How do you know 93 million miles? How do you know the moon? How do you
How do
know,
I know
like,
ultraviolet? Okay, let's take it at one step at a time. How do I
do you
know
know?
ultraviolet
Do,
light exists? Because I get burned in the sun.
so did you do the experiments yourself? Is what I'm asking.
Yes, I've been burned by the sun
Okay. How do you know to call it ultraviolet light?
because I've been educated.
Oh, okay. So you've been told.
Yeah, and you can buy, or
You
you
see
can
what I'm saying?
also
Like,
buy ultraviolet light bulbs.
you've been told. You've been told. You
No,
see what
you
I'm saying?
can
Like,
buy ultraviolet light bulbs. You can go into a tanning bed.
how do you know that ultraviolet light is contained? How do you know that you can buy
You're
bulb?
you're making a semantic argument here. That's what you're doing.
Yeah,
He
this is.
knows that ultraviolet lights exist because he's been burned. You're asking how does he know the name?
Yeah,
That's a
the name of
semantic
it.
argument. The name doesn't matter. He
Yeah, you
knows
could
that
call
they
it burp.
exist. Yeah, you could call it the unicorn farts. It still burns you and it comes from the sun.
Yeah.
No, so that's getting way far. Like it's immediate. So you walk outside, and then you feel ultraviolet light, or do you feel regular light, or do you just see?
Well, you feel both. You see the visual spectrum, and there's also another part of the spectrum that you
You
don't
see how
see.
you're saying like all these words, like you can say the visual spectrum, you can see the way that you can see all these things. You walk outside without any knowledge, and you're not gonna say,
Why would I even entertain
I'm
that
getting burned.
question?
I'm
I've
getting
asked
burned
you
by
for like
ultraviolet.
100 times.
If you don't know, just you're walking outside and you don't know anything. You're not gonna say,
I
I'm getting
reject the
burned
hypothetical. Why
by.
would I even entertain that?
I'm just saying, like, there's no reason that
I
you
know you're
should.
just saying. I need you to answer my question.
The reason you should entertain it is because you are definitely basing your thoughts on previous information that's been granted to
Yeah,
you.
that's how everyone works. That's how even language works.
And that's totally fine. And that's totally
Listen to
fine.
me. That human, that isolated human that you're talking about, that isolated human couldn't even speak because you even learn language from other people. So it's the foolishness of thinking that someone who has no knowledge whatsoever, that you could even
Yes,
communicate with that person is bold. It's like
right.
they wouldn't even be able to speak.
Of course, yes, exactly.
Oh, okay. So that breaks your whole hypothetical in half.
It's
If that
not
person
breaking
can't
it
even
up.
speak, you can't communicate with them.
So you're not trying to communicate. You're not trying to say light. You're not trying to say walking outside. You're not even speaking your language.
You're
All
not
you're doing
tracking the
is
argument whatsoever.
the action of walking outside and observing what you see. You're not going to say ultraviolet light. You're not going to say gravity. You're not going
They
to
are not
say,
going to say anything. They cannot speak. We
yes,
get
you're
our
not.
language from other people.
Or if you have a society, like you can have definitely isolated tribes in South America, in the Amazon, and they don't know anything about flat Earth or globe Earth or ultraviolet light or rainbows or prisms or Isaac Newton or gravity. What they do is they walk outside and they know that they're walking on Earth. Stuff like that. That's what you don't understand. Like
No,
you're
you are the
asking.
one not understanding here, not me. I broke your hypothetical wide open twice already.
You're not breaking it. You're not breaking it because you're not
Yeah, you're
understanding.
just
Like
not tracking. It's okay.
the thing is, like you already know the information, so it's hard for you to understand the argument.
No, no, I'm telling you, there is no warrant to consider such a wild hypothetical. There absolutely no warrant. And you haven't given me the warrant. You just keep restating your position over and over and over.
The reason it's difficult for you to understand the hypothetical is because you already have the information. It's an
That's
egotistical
not the, that's
response.
not.
It's a very
I'm
egotistical
granting you
response.
your hypothetical.
No, yeah, I know, I understand. Like
People who don't
you're
know how to debate make me very anxious.
no, it's like you already know the information, so it's hard for
No,
you to understand the hypothetical.
I, dude, I understand the hypothetical perfectly. That's why I have been able to break it twice. And you
So
still haven't been able to address my rebuttal to the hypothetical.
if somebody walks outside, do
Oh
they
my, here we go again, restating the same
without
position.
any information,
I'm
without
almost
any
bored
information?
now.
I'm sorry, but you haven't answered my question. Somebody walks
Yes,
outside.
I did. I will do it again right now.
Okay, go.
Why would I entertain such a wildly insane hypothetical? Why would I assume that we can find someone in the world that has no knowledge whatsoever and that we would still be able to communicate the person? That statement that I just made breaks your hypothetical in two places.
What would they say?
Different.
What would that person say? What would that person say?
They wouldn't be able to speak.
They would be able to communicate with their society, whatever.
Oh, so now it's a society. Okay, if that person learned to speak, why didn't they learn anything else?
So you're saying that they wouldn't be able to communicate what they see?
Yes, because we learn language from other people.
Okay,
And you
that's fine.
told me that as part of the hypothetical, that person didn't get any kind of knowledge from other people. That includes language.
Okay, I got you. So
Finally.
the hypothetical is that you're assuming that the person that's walking outside and observing whatever they see, they can't describe it because they don't know anything. They don't know how to speak, is what you're saying.
Yes. So you need to reframe the hypothetical so that it
Okay, so
makes
then-
any kind of a sense. Drummer
Okay.
Boy says, "Is there anything worse than a broken hypothetical?" No.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. So what I'm saying is that if they could communicate, if they could
Okay.
explain what they see, what would they say if they walked
Okay,
outside?
now, why would they have been taught how to speak and nothing else?
Okay, so they would be taught,
Answer the question.
and you can see this across the globe, that there's people that do not know the argument. They don't know if it's a globe or flat. They don't know. They don't know to argue that. They don't know to have an argument over that. What I
Can
say
you
is-
provide an example? Because I honestly don't know of anyone that is left in the world that doesn't know that the Earth is a globe, except for modern flat earthers who are just naysayers.
There's
As
isolated-
fascinating
there's
as it is
isolated
to
tribes.
listen to you guys argue, even though you're both Globers, I'm gonna hop down.
Not sure what Jimmy Lane's
Right.
going at here.
Yeah, Jimmy, you're sounding like a flat earther, so
Yep.
I am definitely
almost
like
midnight,
I'm
so.
definitely a flat earther. Like, what I'm trying to get at is that flat earthers obviously do not have a solid foundation, but they do have a point. They're
They don't.
worth fighting for. They're worth explaining, like having.
Dude,
I had enough of you, Jimmy. They are not
oh
worth.
man.
They are not worth fighting for. I can't believe you just used those words. They are a useless bunch of cowardly babies who know nothing about anything and claim they know everything because they're dumbasses.
And like even the framing that he was trying to do, let me fix the hypothetical for you, Jimmy. What you're trying to do is that their argument is it looks flat and that it kind of looks flat. So, but if that is your argument, then there's a lot of things that also break within the world, because I don't know, I can generate sounds in my music production software that my speakers cannot reproduce, or even if my speakers could reproduce them, I know the sound is being generated because I'm telling the software to do it. I wouldn't be able to listen to it. Or, for example, a more practical case, there are whistles that you can blow that no one hears them, but it makes all of the dogs in the block start barking like crazy, right? So it looks flat. It's not even not even the starter of an argument.
It's such a bad start to an argument. It's not even funny. Like, but I get their look, I do get their simplistic point, right? If I didn't care and I knew nothing and I just walked outside and looked up at the sky, I'd be like, oh, look, the stars are moving, the sun's moving, there's the moon's moving. All right. I would just definitely assume we're stationary and things are moving. Like, that's just natural to assume that. But if you apply any kind of logic, math, anything to what's happening. All right, the southern hemisphere disproves that. So,
Oh yeah.
but I get it. If you're not thinking about it and you don't care enough to think about it, you could think that it's stationary.
Yeah, I mean that's why a lot of the ancients, and for a long time, people thought
Right.
that the Earth was stationary and at the center.
Right.
They still thought that the Earth was a globe because that is pretty obvious to figure out with
Well,
basic knowledge.
the Earth was always a globe in these scenarios. It's just
Yeah.
whether or not it was the center or not. But hey, man, thanks for joining. I'm gonna go to bed.
All right. I'm so glad that you're back, Globy. I missed you.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I miss you guys too. I didn't really miss anybody. I had such a good time off, not thinking about this garbage. It was nice, but here I am. I'm back, so we're doing it. So
All right.
I will see you
Thank
around.
you for letting me know, letting me on, and
Oh yeah.
hope you keep doing more of these. Take care. Have a great night.
Anytime, man. Absolutely. Be good.
Bye bye.
Bye. All right, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you. We're gonna do obviously more of these as we go along here. Unfortunately for everybody, they're probably gonna be impromptu because I just can't commit to it. I can't commit to a day. I can't commit to a specific day, which sucks right now. But we're gonna hop on when we can hop on, and hopefully you guys are around and can entertain some of you while we're doing it. But that is all. The Fisters missed. Yeah, McFistin Fridays, McFistin Mondays, McFistin with Globy. We all missed a good McFistin. Me official, just in time to say goodbye. Yeah, unfortunately, you missed a little impromptu action here. Jesus Christ, I can't believe I accidentally showed several times accidentally showed what Nathan Thompson was doing in his no time. Woo. Nathan. You dog, you. I bet you hadn't told her yet that he was a flat earther, because that would have ruined it. Yeah, I'm glad it was fun. We do a few little fun things here and there. Will come strategic strikes. Pew, pew, pew. All right. Purely accidentally. It was a completely accident. Completely accident. I hope I don't get in trouble for it. I wasn't kicked. Surprisingly, my live stayed up. I thought I might be going down. Yeah, YouTube. I don't know. We'll see if any of it stays up. If not, I'll blur it out and repost it. But all right, guys, I'm going to bed. 2:00. See ya. Oh, drummer boy, it'll come back up. Don't worry. This is not the last of it. It's not the last of it. We'll put it back up. All right. Peace out. How do we turn this off? I don't know. Bye.